To start, I don't know where to go. I'm told I'll reap all of what I sow. These mistakes have no one else to blame. Said I could feel it when you left me here, left me here. Our emotions are one and the same. So come on over, we can persevere.
It's big boy time. The one and only. We're on the UOS Esports Twitch channel. I'm joined by my co-caster today, Saga. How you feeling, my dude?
Doing alright. Survived waking up this morning. It was a tough journey.
It was difficult.
But made it.
Good stuff. We're going to have some good games today, that's for sure. Having a look at the teams, honestly, there's a good solid, like, I don't know, top 5 at least. And we will be running over them shortly, but in the first matchup that we have of the day, we're going to be seeing Birmingham versus York, and both of these teams are looking pretty strong. But would you agree?
Looking at some Newell scores, they're doing all right. Doing pretty good for themselves. Some nice positive win rates between both of these teams. So it's going to be our first game of the day. We saw the Birmingham team, the Poop Boys, as they're known on Newell.
Yeah,
they got knocked out last week by, I believe, the Best Bottoms, one of the 2 teams from Exeter who qualified for the live event. The boys, fresh faces, didn't see them last week. So not much to go off on those, but going off Newell scores and a bit of op.gg peeping that we've been doing over the past couple of days, we figure this is going to be a pretty good game.
I think if we take a look at the bracket, it's very stacked on the bottom half. I think bit.ly, or whatever they want to call themselves, Birmingham, they're strong contenders. The boys from York also looking to try and get their name out there in this tournament. Bristol Palace, however, that's the name you want to keep in your head. They're looking as though they're going to be able to take it all, based off of their performance in the Southern Newell bracket, which arguably is more stacked than the North, and they're able to go 8-1 there. I believe, which is an impressive feat. Only matched by like the Exeter teams, essentially.
Crystal Palace going to be one of the teams to watch, and fortunately for us and you guys as well, seems likely that we might be able to watch them in our second game of the day. That is on the assumption that they do beat one of the two Hertfordshire teams in the league, or in the tournament, I should say. So they're going to be up against Hertfordshire Blue in the first round. I think Hertfordshire Blue, the second team from Hertfordshire. Hertfordshire White, it will be their first team.
Yeah, they do
They'll
have
be playing against Derby in the first.
The worst score for Blue in the nil records. White, I believe, are the 5-4 team, and Blue are the 4-5 team. So it's yeah, I'm correct. So it's very unlikely, I think, that Hertfordshire Blue will actually be able to smash it out the park against Bristol.
I mean, in fairness, we've seen some cheesy strategies coming through last week. Could see something like that again. I suppose I don't really want to call it cheese too much, take away from the victory from the two Exeter teams last week, but we'll say there were some off-meta picks that really caught other teams off guard. So maybe they've got something prepared. Maybe we might be surprised. But just based purely off stats alone, it looks like Bristol Palace should take that game and advance. So they'll be on stream for our second game of the day, whoever wins that one game. This game, though, at the moment, the University of York, the boys, up against University of Birmingham, the Poop Boys. We're trying to get everyone in the lobby now. Getting everyone set up.
Whilst they do that, let's have a talk about the patch. Which, which has certainly had some developments since the previous qualifier a week ago. Even though it's the same patch, people have gone, yes, Baron buff plus Banner of Command. That isn't a bad combo. And now we see
a 2000 range cannon minion that does 400 damage to a turret per shot that you also can't kill with wave clear. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get 3 of those a game.
Exactly. It's pretty nutty. We see the teams adapting to this item by drafting typically 3 tanks and or a comp that can actually deal with these empowered minions. And there's a couple strategies you can use to deal with them. The first one is pick Sivir. The only issue with that is you kind of give up the early game to do that. She's not massively powerful in that laning phase, doesn't really have a level 6 spike or anything. You could take a champion like Blitzcrank or Syndra to try and like pull the minion closer so you can actually deal with it as opposed to its ridiculous range. But, Blitzcrank, Syndra, they're not really priority picks right now, so I'm not sure we'll see that happen. Maybe a Tam Kench, because he can do the old Tongue plus Devour combo to pull it in. That's maybe one of the few champions we'll see do it. Maybe a Thresh, potentially.
Seen a few Tam Kenches, a few Threshers. They're like the only things that can really answer it. The only other answer really is just to draft a hard engaged team. And as soon as they start grouping up for the siege, just go all out, do it the H2K way, and just ace the enemy team. Get rid of the Baron buff in the first place. Alternatively, just don't lose Baron. So that's another thing. We did see Danny Hood from the Poop Boys, the University of Birmingham. He had a tasty Baron steal last week on the Sejuani and actually managed to get himself out alive thanks to Annie IRL's Dark Passage from Thresh. So hopefully if there's going to be some plays around the Baron, we might be able to see more priority put on going for steals and contest on those neutral objectives. Now with the extra power being given over to them, it seems a lot more likely that people are going to be trying to fight around them rather than just saying, you know what, it's okay, we can give this up, because that might just lose you the game on this patch if there's a couple of Banner of Commands picked up.
Absolutely. We also see a priority in champions that are able to secure that Baron so well. Cho'Gath, he's shot up a little bit. Typically we would see Callista, but she's not at that point after those nerfs.
She got hit with the nerf hammer a little bit, the range nerf. Not doing her any favors for what is usually a strong laning phase, now made a bit
Yeah.
weaker. She's a little bit less safe, which makes sense given the amount of inbuilt mobility that she has.
One of the
Less likely to see that.
Yeah,
in the
one of the notable changes which has caused this disparity in the bot lane, around the Baron, is the removal of Tracker's Knife. It's had a big impact on the way that the Vision game is played. No longer do we see 1,000,000,007 wards around the Baron pit. It's just not possible, you know. You really have to struggle and skirmish for every single ward because there are so few, and it's difficult. Champions that are able to have vision built within their kit could potentially start to see a rise in pick again. Take, for example, Ashe. She's not amazing right now, but maybe she does rise in priority because of that Hawk shot being available to her. I don't expect to see it today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe someone in the tournament somewhere has a pocket pick Quinn. That could be fun. Get the circle radius of vision. That'd probably go horrendously badly if anyone actually did pick Quinn, but it's something up there. I've had memes spewed at me from some of the Salford teams saying, "Tell everyone about our pocket pick Quinn, so they ban it away from us and waste a ban." So that's some good stuff. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't just Lee Sin that got hit with who can really feel the Tracker's Knife nerf. Really, any sort of competitive themed League of Legends game will always have been, well, the Tracker's Knife will always have been the superior choice for a jungler, just because vision is so important in the competitive scene. You could also argue in solo queue, but people generally tend to play a more selfish style in that, and vision control is a little bit less important, you could argue. But now, no Tracker's Knife, so junglers either have to go for the Skirmisher's Saber or the Stalker's Blade, something like that?
Something.
So we generally tend to see a lot of tankier picks who can get ganks in the early game, like Zac and Sejuani. They'll generally go for the Blue Smite, get a little bit of extra CC when they go for these early game pressures, and maybe a little bit of extra pick power later on, especially Zac with the Let's Bounce. If he slows someone down with the smite when he gets in there, makes it a little bit less likely that they could just sort of walk out. We've seen a couple of the Skirmisher Sabers on.
Yeah.
Usually Jack's jungle was kind of a big pick in the last week. Yeah, Kha'Zix. Camille, if we see it, would likely build that.
Oh, that is spicy, yeah.
So, yeah, we've seen a few Camille jungles on some op.ggs that we've been looking through on some of these teams. So we're going to have to be looking out for some priority picks that might come through.
Absolutely. Now, there's a champion right now that some would say is a little bit imbalanced, named Sion. And what we'll see from this champion is he can be taken to any lane. He's that imbalanced right now. You can take him support, you can take him mid, and obviously where he's standard should be in the top lane. He just feels a little bit too strong with the current itemization runes and the buffs to his kit. And because he is able to build that banner of command so easily and not like take a punch in his laning or anything like that, he's such a high priority pick. I expect a ban on that champion from red side every time. Otherwise, they're trolling.
Currently the highest win rate champion in both top and support. Let's take a look, see if he shows up on the list from mid. He doesn't, so that's fun. What about jungle?
No, I need to snip that again.
Either. No, he doesn't. So Sion apparently only played in top and support, according to a certain website, but yeah, he can really just be played anywhere. The hitbox on his E has been announced, or it's been figured out that it's kind of bugged, and the hitbox is usually bigger than it's supposed to be. I think it was something about it was always using the cannon minion hitbox for the pushback on the minions, even if it was just a measly caster minion you were pushing back. So it made the Roar of the Slayer way too easy to hit, and with the slow from that almost guaranteeing a Arcane Comet proc, made his laning phase pretty oppressive for a generally all melee tank with the engage potential that he has.
It's just,
And as you say, just Banner of Command just fits so easily into his build path. And it just, especially in a meta like this, where getting a Baron buff and just dropping Banner of Commands on all of your cannon minions in every wave and just letting the game end itself. Yeah, he's going to be a big pick. So I'm expecting him to be banned, I would say maybe 90% of the games, and he'll maybe get through 1 or 2 times. But
have you seen the spicy mid lane counter pick to it? It's not really a counter pick, but Anivia, if you just hold on to the wall until Sion ults, bop, take him out the fight straight away, make his ult completely useless. I've seen it, I laughed. I don't think it's a realistic counter to him. The issues with Sion are his laning phase. It's not the team fighting, but that could be funny.
Yeah.
Teams are readying up now. I think they're just ordering for us. We should be able to switch it over to the Champ Select shortly.
Getting themselves in role order so we can...
You already got the link. You already got the link, my dude.
Already on my Control V. So, going to be getting in role order. Proxy picks are enabled, so they will just have to drop us a message. I will just let them know.
Yeah. Get them to message you as opposed to me. Let me add you. All right, cheeky. Almost there.
Wrong one of them. But we're getting into the games now. I have... Dude just added me. He's from a completely different team.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. That's all Gucci.
So that's good. The Bristol side has logged in. They actually managed to get themselves all awake and here, so that's fun.
I have not.
Yeah, I was speaking to one of their players yesterday, and he was a little bit concerned about that.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was concerned about myself waking up, firstly, and then I had to be Ollie's alarm clock as well. But I think you were already up by the time I messaged you, so there you go.
All right. So,
we're all good.
Our predictions for this match. The 3 casters, which will be doing this stream, as unfortunately Saga will have to dip at about 3 p.m. and switch out for Novi. We've all made predictions on the bracket today, and for this match, I have predicted that Birmingham are going to take it. But Saga, you've gone with York. Now, do you want to explain your reasoning for us?
I mean, their name's easier to say, so I hope they win.
Okay.
Because literally the Birmingham team signed up with a name that is a URL, like a link.
Yep, which...
So I'm not excited about saying that.
It links to an interesting photo. Maybe
It's an exciting one.
Maybe I throw that up on stream at some point. Maybe if they win, I'll do that.
Yeah, possibly.
But till then...
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't see the University of York play last week. We did see the Birmingham team play in a couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
The one that they won, it looked okay. They played pretty good. I think the main highlight of the game was the Baron steal, and I'm not entirely sure that if they weren't able to get that, the game would have been quite as secure as it was. So there is still some little kinks that need to be ironed out. Looking purely at the solo and duo queue rank scores that we have in the lobby, a whole lot of diamond players over on the University of York.
Yeah.
Couple platinums and a gold on the Birmingham team. I'm not sure whether that's actually accurate because I don't think that it said that on OPGG, but I could just be completely making things up. But I think individually, it seems like the matchups might go the way of York. So we're going to have to see as we get into Champion Select. We've seen a lot of teams doing their homework, doing a bit of research on the other team, banning out pocket picks. And it looks like that might be the game plan here, as Draven is the first ban for the University of York.
So if we do look at Unlucky RNG's OPGG, I do believe Draven is his most played. Yep, by 1 game over his Blitzcrank and 2 games over his Thresh, which is an interesting champion pool, I have to say. Maybe he just got given his secondary role a bunch of times, but good ban nonetheless. They're going to get rid of the Kha'Zix. Is that a solid ban, boys?
Kha'Zix is one of Fredster's most played. It's not the most played. That is my girlfriend CC just spamming an advert at me.
Nice.
Please stop. It's about his 3rd most played.
Yeah.
Says Sejuani's up there and Nunu as well. I'm not sure whether Nunu will still be priority in this patch.
Honestly, I like it. Again, we were talking about the execute.
But it looks like it's going to be banned out again. That is true. Yeah, the consume smite combo coming through. So we've got 3 jungler bans out of 4 total.
I
bans.
like Zac being taken off the table. I don't like it being taken off the table on blue side. However, it's such a good first pick. Unless they don't play it, I don't like that being a blue side ban. Again, we were mentioning the hard engage is so crucial, and Zac is kind of the pinnacle of that. And then Gangplank going off the table after this patch, I don't think he's really that high priority either. His damage is still there, but his laning phase was significantly nerfed. Yes, one of his hardest counters, Null, was also nerfed, but you can still go with, you know, the Camille or the Scion, which we were talking about.
University of Birmingham, all 3 of their bans going to be trying to take out Fredster's top played champions. 4 of 6 bans.
He still plays Skarner.
Getting rid of, junglers. Maybe that was might be a first pick that we see for Danny Hood. He played Sejuani in the game that we casted on stream last week. So might be looking to get the takeaway on that one. Skarner is one of the high tier, high priority junglers in this meta at the moment. Azir locked in for Thulrog, but it will be Jarvan locked in for Danny Hood.
I don't like that style of banning if you're just going to leave the Skarner open, unless they really have some sort of hard counter prepared and they're baiting them into picking it. I'm not liking it. It's very clearly on his OPGG. You can see that there is priority on that Skarner for sure.
And on the subject of priority, Scion makes it through the first round of bans,
Yes.
but doesn't make it through the first round of picks. Jarvan will be locked in, so Scion not going to be jungling, so we don't get to see using the whole killing himself to pick up a red buff mechanic. So that is still technically a flex pick. Could go top, could go bottom lane. Probably going to be dependent on matchups.
Could go mid.
Jax will be locked in.
That could be the Jax. That probably is the Jax jungle.
Yeah, Fredster. I'm not sure if that's... I think we do have that marked down on his list of champions that he plays. So would be interesting if he went for that and not the Skarner.
See, it's still a good pick, right? I don't think the Jax is going to be into a Scion. That doesn't sound very good. So I would expect it is going to be in the jungle. And this is why I'm not a massive fan of banning out the champ pool for the junglers right now. I think the highest priority role, the lowest champ pool role right now is one of the bot lane roles. AD carry, the priority on like Tristana, Varus, Kog'Maw, well, I guess Kog'Maw again since the buffs, those take them off the table and then you're dealing with like a whole new tier of champions, right? Jungle, however, there's just so many, you know.
Yeah.
Even support.
Varus still reasonably high on the list. In the bottom lane, he's locked in for York. On the opposite side, Birmingham going to be taking the Orianna. We saw Daddy Q have a disgusting game on that last week where I think he was about 14 kills and 2 deaths. By the end of it, he got pretty much back-to-back quadra kills in team fights towards the end of the game.
Notably, the only 2 I've seen this Birmingham team play twice, and both times it was Oriana. So we're going to get the three-peat here on the Oriana. Clearly they're comfortable with it and they like to work with it. She's fine with the new itemization, I'll have to say.
And because, as you mentioned, the Birmingham team not going to be picking up their bottom lane AD carry in the first rotation, looks like York is just going to focus the majority of their bans in the second round. Tristana already taken away, likely to see another AD carry banned out. So that'll be 3 taken off the board. Janna taken off by Birmingham, as well as the Ornn.
Do you take why are you taking Janna here? Tam Kench, Braum, Alistair, they're still on the table. Are they not more important, do you think? If we have a look at the boys champion pool, Janna, Lulu, Thresh, Braum is the top played champions. Okay, maybe they just hate playing against the Janna, and even then, it's, I don't know. Like their team is clearly lacking on tankiness right now. I think.
I would suggest it might be possible that if they're playing into a immobile lady carry like the Varus, they might have been looking for an aggressive lane. But Ezreal going to be the lock-in or unlucky RNG in the bottom lane.
I guess it would be to counter the Jarvan Oriana combo. Jarvan looks to dunk them, and then you follow it through with the Shockwave. But like the Shockwave's, that combo's too quick for Janna to really deal with it. The only thing I guess she could do is knock him up when he's flagging, dragging. I guess they're trying to interrupt any way to stop their wombo combo, but I'm not quite there. I'm not quite sold.
Pretty hefty win condition for the Birmingham University team, which is get in team fights and just demolish everyone before they have a chance to answer back.
Yeah.
But with the 2 lock-ins now for the University of York, Maokai and Tom Kench, both big frontliners, both really good at disengaging and keeping their teammates alive using some peel abilities.
Nami.
So it's going to be difficult to burn through those almost instantly. And looks like we're going for a little bit more of a pokey bottom lane then. Ezreal,
Pokey?
Nami, decent
Roki Pokey?
Stop it, that was last week.
Okay.
Good sustain in that lane with the heal from Nami. Up against Tom Kench, Varus. Varus usually having a good laning phase. Ezreal gets a couple of item spikes as soon as he picks up a Sheen. Builds that into a Trinity Force. It's another one for him. So the bottom lane, unlikely to see any major aggressive things happen. Unless any IRL on the Nami can find a series of nice bubbles onto Varus, but keep Tom Kench far enough away that he doesn't just press a single button and decide, you're not hitting him anymore. So, not expecting any major things to be happening in the bottom lane. Maybe we might see some focus into the mid lane, or, as we say, Oriana, a pretty big pick for the University of Birmingham. We've seen it carry a game before, getting almost 15 kills across the whole thing. Azir, though, going to be something that you want to shut down in the early game as he scales up.
Absolutely.
Gets a ridiculous amount of damage later on in the game. But, that being said, the physical damage on the University of York team is kind of lacking. They have Maokai, who does some magic damage. They have Jax, who is somewhat mixed, but will likely be building more of a tanky build path, I would assume, which means the majority of his damage will be coming from the magic damage. Azir, pretty much pure magic damage, long range. Varus, some physical damage, some magic damage, kind of mixed. But if they are able to get the combo of the Baron and the Banner of Commands, it's going to be really, really difficult for the University of York to clear that minion wave. They really don't have the long range or safe physical damage that they can use to get in without having to walk face first into this hard engage wombo combo comp.
Ezreal is one of the worst AD carries at dealing with I believe they're called Bannon minions.
Bannon minions.
Baron and Bannon minions. That's what we're going to call them from now on. Ezreal is terrible at dealing with them. right? Orianna can't. Okay, they're immune to magic damage. Jarvan, he's not really going to be able to do anything. Sion can only like spit him away, but he's just going to come back anyways, right?
Sion can delay at best. He can Roar of the Slayer it back and maybe deal a little bit of damage with his Arcane Comet. Although, in fairness, there is a Tom Kench, and he's one of the picks that we were talking about who can force the cannon into a bad position where it can be taken down under the tower. So maybe if Natural Michael walks a little bit forward and whips it back with the tongue, they might be able to deal with it in that way. But this is getting a bit hypothetical. Maybe the game might not even make it to the point where Birmingham is in a position to go for a Baron buff and start sieging up. We'll have to see whether they're able to get themselves through to a point where they've scaled up nicely, where their team fight is looking terrifying, actually, if they can find the right engage. It's gonna be a fun one.
To elaborate, the reason I don't like the Ezreal, okay, yes, he can deal with it with the range, but it's so easy for a Maokai or a Tahm Kench to just stand in front of it and take a champion, I don't know, like Tristana, where they can deal with it with like the auto attacks, or maybe Sivir, who can get it with the ricochet shots. Ezreal's not like fantastic in comparison to them, in my opinion, and I do feel as though a different AD carry would be more optimal, I guess. But that's not why they've picked it. They're not really looking to ever be on the back foot with this comp. I think, would you say it's 3 winning lanes?
I'd say it's mid lane. I think will be quite jungler dependent. Orianna will have the advantage early on in the game. She just naturally tends to win lanes early on, especially if she can get in and find some auto attack trades. They will pretty much always go the way of Orianna. Top lane should be Sion favored. Bottom lane could be relatively even, but I think just passively it will start to go the way of the University of Birmingham, just purely because of the Kleptomancy on Ezreal. He'll be just getting extra gold coming through, so he'll hit his item spikes earlier on.
Look at these borders.
Yeah, only one platinum border in the game. So
everyone else is diamond.
As I said, the pre-game lobby might have been lying to us a little bit, or maybe this is last season, right? It could. I think that's probably what it is, right? So we have
that would be last season, yeah.
Actually, a glacial augment Scion. This ain't no comet.
What?
That I haven't seen before, actually. I've heard about it on Tahm Kench, and we actually have it on Tahm Kench this game as well. So
I kind of like
glacial
that.
augments in a game.
Think about it. Like, you don't really need. Oh, nice, perfect. You don't really need to bully out the Maokai that hard. He's not ever gonna threaten you in the lane, so you don't necessarily need the Comet. I probably still prefer the Comet, but it's kind of in the same vein that you would take Klepto as a Kali against tanks, because you don't need the electrocute, right? You're not planning on killing them. They're not planning on killing you. You can just make the free gold off of them. You don't really need the Comet, because again, you're not planning on killing them, and vice versa. So why not the Glacial Augment? We'll have to see how that goes.
It would be nigh on impossible for a Scion to poke a Maokai out of lane, even with a maxed Roar of the Slayer, the Arcane Comet procs. Maokai will just press a button, punch a minion and get all of his health back anyway. Likely going to be building a Spectre's Cowl early on, because the majority of the top side of the map for the Birmingham team is magic damage, so unlikely we'll see Orianna even attempt to go for a roam up to the top lane. Might see it in the bottom lane. So yeah, the top lane maybe not going to be as one-sided as we expect. It's going to be a little bit more of a farming up festival.
Yep.
Getting to those item levels. A lot of defensive pings.
Lots,
for York. Looks like they're just planning on covering their own entrances.
I don't think there's amazing level ones from either of these teams. You have no logical level 1 CC for any of these picks.
I think Jax just accidentally used his Counter-Strike while he was sprinting from the fountain, so not going to see any AoE stuns coming through. Annie IRL looking for a bit of bonus gold. 10 gold. Slight gold advantage.
They have the lead.
picked up.
It's over. It's over, guys.
Ezreal looking to see if he can get himself a Bago swag with the Kleptomancy, but not enough range.
All right,
This time, the red side wards. Annie IRL gets another 20 gold. Jeez. Oh,
there it is.
5
There
gold
you
for
go.
Ezreal.
Tagged
The
him.
Kleptomancy. Huge poke things going out on the York's red buff.
Taking Airy?
He is.
Isn't it? Surely you go Comet on him. You tag him with the Q, it slows them, it guarantees the Comet to land, right? Isn't that the standard, or is there something changed?
I suppose Airy, you could argue, works in tandem with the shield that he gets when he dashes, uses that shifting stance.
Guess.
Lands on minions. So it gives himself a little bit more tankiness if he's looking for any sort of aggressive plays using the Emperor's Divide.
Oh, this level 1 cheese.
Look at how much gold
Oh, it's actually going to get
Annie
punished,
has
though.
got, but Varus' damage early on in the game. Going to be enough to put a stop to that. Rather sharpish. And she's taken down about half health.
Yeah, so I'm expecting this bot lane should eventually start shoving towards blue side when Ezreal's able to pick up that Sheen. You can just poke from a range. If they ever get traded back on, Nami's going to heal it up. I think that should go in red side's favor, but it's definitely possible for blue to swing it.
Some good use of Hail of Arrows. Every time Annie IRL's walking forwards, trying to get some free gold from the Frost Queen's claim
punished.
with the ebb and flow. It gets punished, but also with the grievous wounds, she's getting less value out of the heal. We actually saw mirrored starts in the jungle, so both junglers starting on their top side. There was vision for the University of Birmingham on the University of York's red buff, rather, so they know that Jax isn't there.
Oh no, the bubble landed. Wait, they're actually going to get him. I was about to be prepared for the flash hook to just Dragon Flag to just go wide there, but they did the correct thing. You target that Tamkant. She's not a tank at this point in the game. He is your priority target when you're going for these ganks. You're wasting any CC if you do use it on the Varus. There, it was fine to get the bubble onto just anyone, right? It was the Jarvan engage which had to be on the key target, and they were able to lock it up, get enough damage in time, and the ignite came through, and the kill went onto the Ezreal.
It looks like the junglers might run into each other a little bit on the Dragon side river buff. Fighting over the Scuttle Crab. Likely going to go the way of Danny Hood. He's asserted his dominance already in the bottom lane. Came off Fredster going for a bit of a greedy jungle path. He cleared his entire topside jungle, took the Gromp, as well as the Wolves, and then the Raptors before he got his red buff. So the timing for Danny Hood was just kind of gifted to him.
Yeah.
To make a nice play in the bottom lane, come through the tri-bush, which they didn't have the vision on. The bubble landed onto young Simba. The heal forced out of him, a flash forced out of Tom Kench, but he gets taken down for the first blood anyway.
Man, Maokai
that gives the gold over to Ezreal. He's got himself Tear of the Goddess. It's early on.
Oh,
that's
disgusting.
Real nicely. And another little altercation in the jungle as Danny Hood gets caught out by Fredster. Daddy Q starting to take the worst end of trades in the mid lane. Thalrog has almost full health and almost full mana. Daddy Q is just sitting around on just leveled up to over 200 health. So he could be prime rib steak for a bit of a tower dive if Fredster is able to find it. But he does have flash and heal, so maybe deceptively tanky might be able to prolong his life long enough to get himself out of that safe if it does come through. But again, just the soldiers, the range from Azir, just oppressive in this lane. Daddy Q not able to find the auto attack trades in this lane, so he's got himself a 10 minion deficit in the mid lane this early on.
Yeah, I think we didn't see it initially, but what we see is this Orianna is being forced to use the mana and the abilities onto the minions, try and clear them, try and get some CS. Meanwhile, Azir is just harassing Orianna, and that's it. He doesn't care for the minions. He's already got the shove. The soldiers are going to be putting in some work for him, and then he can just, shove them into her face, land a couple auto attacks. Eri doing that damage. Again, probably still would have liked the Comet myself, but Look at the CS difference,
Daddy
21.
Q forced to go back
And he doesn't have
already.
TP.
Point in the lane, yeah, and Fredster takes the opportunity to just link up with the mid lane and just push it all the way into the tower to make sure that the losses are maximized for
Yeah.
Daddy Q's Orianna. He's going to lose out on pretty much an entire minion wave. Might get there in time to pick up one of those, but still 20 minions down. It's only 6 minutes into the game. That's going to amount to about a 400 gold lead for the Azir in mid lane, who's already level 6, picked himself up a Stinger. It's beginning. Orianna going for the Archangel Staff build as well. Another tier of the Goddess for the University of Birmingham. They're putting all their eggs in the late game basket. And if Daddy Q is getting bullied around in mid lane that much already, that might be pretty scary.
Yeah. I'm happy with the Seraph's Embrace path from Orianna here. I think that's the better option. It's just so well statted right now that although Ludens is a good option.
Fredster finds him in the mid lane.
Oh no!
Nice flash
Good,
away
strong
from the
flash.
Emperor's Divide.
Yeah, I that is what you always need to look out for in those mid lane ganks. It's not so much the jungler and more the Azir. That displacement is huge. It doesn't just push you towards, you know, their tower, but you have to walk around it as well, so that the realistic amount of distance that it covers is much more than you realize it is, and that is often what results in your death. It puts you too far away, but solid flash from him. That does mean, again, as if he wasn't already down in this lane though, he now doesn't have his flash.
Yeah, playing a little greedily in the mid lane, didn't have vision of literally anywhere on the blue side jungle, but playing too close to the little thin wall next to the bottom side brush. Jax just walks up and is within range of a leap strike to land the stun. Didn't even have to flash to find it. So
Which is really good for him.
Yeah, the trinket was off cooldown as well, so it was available to use, just to not put down, and that's gonna be really not optimal for Daddy Q, who's already struggling a little bit in lane. And as you say, now with the flash down, Emperor's Divide almost back up already, 75% of the way through that cooldown. They might look to punish that and come back for a repeat gank. This time has the flash available still on Fredster and on Thulrog, so the duo mid-jungle for York definitely has some range on their engage and can find something that likely wouldn't be possible to do so if the flash was still available for Daddy Q.
Right, this blue buff. This is so good for the Orianna to get. If let's say it were the situation where blue side had that bot priority as well as mid, and they'd be able to go take that away, and then Orianna is, oh, it's even more screwed than she already is. Such a bad. She really doesn't need to take that much poke.
But Danny Hood is coming from behind, trying to find something onto Thulrog. He might drop the Cataclysm, but the Emperor's Divide just comes back off cooldown.
Great flash. Jax is going in onto this as the teleport gets fully channeled. But Maokai, you have no mana.
You have no mana!
You have no mana. That was not good, and especially in that lane where he really needs it to get back to catch the CS as it's constantly being shoved into his tower. We see that deficit already in the top lane. He's been doing a good job for sure, working with what he could, but now with that teleport being used, if he ever gets shoved under again, if maybe Danny Hood shows in the top lane, not even to get a kill, just to pressure him away from that tower, they could get so much damage down onto it. The minion difference would grow even further. Ah, man, I wish he cancelled that CP.
Yeah, and that is just insult to injury as Gimmers commits the teleport to get into a fight that was honestly already starting to disengage by the time he gets there. So by the time the channel finishes on the teleport, everyone's too far away that maybe he could have landed a twisted advance, but that's about it. He had no mana to follow up. Sion, Adenum in the top lane, only committed the charge. What's it called?
Onslaught.
Unstoppable Onslaught, that's the one. He got down from the top lane without having to use the teleport, so he still has that available. So not only was the teleport almost wasted and ineffective, it's resulted in a disparity between the teleport cooldowns for the top laners. So if there is an engage going down into the bottom lane, We said it's
Jax is
likely
getting
that they'll
picked
need
off.
some intervention. Sion can show up.
Yeah, the slowing auto attack. Tidal Wave comes out. He's going to leap strike away from that. Tam Kench is looking to go for the flank. Double bubble
double
is just going to
bubble.
cause a disengage now. So red team back away from this. There is the shove in the bot lane, however.
That was nicely timed bubble from Annie IRL. Needed to happen, or the chains of corruption could have come out straight away and maybe locked them in place long enough for another kill or two to be picked up.
Yeah.
Shockwave.
It was a good
Not
attempt.
Yeah, it was probably a good time to go for it, but didn't get enough distance with the command attack, so that's a cooldown lost for Daddy Q in the mid lane.
Maokai is no longer feeling the hurt from this Sion by the looks of things. Looking at the EQ combo, he doesn't really care about it now. I think he's starting to reach that point now that he's acquired his Righteous Glory, where he is reaching that tanky point where that Comet would feel bad to have and feel kind of wasted. This is where we see if the Glacial Augment is worth the pickup or not. Ezreal.
What I'm slightly interested to see is the Glacial Augment. That would still proc in Sion's death passive, right?
It could do, yeah.
So
Which
if
could make
Sion
it, yeah.
dies and he is able to get the chase down with the speed boost, punches someone once, they get slowed. And that's always been the problem with Sion when he's in his death passive. He's easily kiteable. You can sort of just walk away from him.
Mm-hmm.
But if he gets the slow down, he might actually be able to do some good damage in a extended team fight purely by being dead and just chasing people down with the slows. Not only just for himself, but to hold people in place long enough for Ezreal and Orianna to find the damage as well. So it could work out that way. That could be what they were looking for with the Glacial Augment, expecting with the Maokai not going to be a too aggressive lane or anything too winnable through
Jax
pure poking alone.
is looking for the gank bot lane right now. They cleared the vision in the brush he's standing in. There is a
He is
control.
moving down, but he was pinged out.
Spotted by this Jarvan who, by the looks of things, is clearing
Spinning in circles in a bush.
Oh, okay. I guess looking for the invade.
Oh, I
maybe on...
didn't see him on that wall.
Was he flanking him?
But gonna just be able to use
Yeah.
little combo, find his way out.
Shuffles out there. That's
So the
all
blue
good.
team vision, the ward in the bot side river brush doesn't reach all the way to the far side of the jungle entrance. So good pathing from Danny Hood to avoid the vision there, but easy enough to disengage for an Azir just with the dash and the extended range from the Conquering Stance. Daddy Q just keeps walking into these soldiers to try and take trades, and he gets some good damage down, but he takes some damage in return, so I'm not sure whether that's ideal, especially now with the Nash's Tooth already completed.
Skirmish in the top lane.
Yeah,
It's not going to lead to anything.
not quite on the level of the old school Season 4 wet noodle fights between Shyvana and Renekton with Sunfire Capes and 4 damage per auto attack. Time a little bit of damage going in favor of the Sion, but likely just going to be sustained back up by Maokai.
What we see from this mid lane matchup now is what I expected earlier on. Once you do have that mana regeneration available for Orianna, she has that range advantage. She can just QW, back away. If the Azir does commit to a trade, she can just shield herself, prevent the short, like, Q auto combo, which Azir typically goes for. So she is at that point again, picking up a blue buff, very good for her, especially stacking that Tear of the Goddess. I do expect, and we see that CS gap is closing already.
Sorcerer's Shoe's a good pickup for Azir, though. That's 18 magic penetration. Orianna only has 34, so Azir Soldier's going to be doing practically true damage at this point in the lane as Natural Michael walks a bit too far forwards.
They did use the True Sort Barrage to try and shove out this lane. Chains of Corruption are going to disengage that. Tidal Wave, it was his only ult, and that's fine, but excellent response from York. They did the correct thing. They saw the Ezreal ult. They're like, okay, they're going to look for the back. They're ready. They have the gold that they want. Let's not let them do this straight away. Let's keep them in this lane. That was a good engage, but it's only going to prevent it for another wave.
It prevented it long enough so that the wave wouldn't just be crashing into their tower and giving Birmingham what they would consider optimal recall timing. Now,
Yep.
if they want to go back, they have to risk losing a minion wave, as Varus has the wave in a good position to push back.
Exactly.
That little engagement just going to result in a trade of ultimate cooldowns, really. But keeps the wave in a decent position for the University of York and actually keeps Unlucky
Engage in
RNG
the mid lane?
around.
No, they're just having their little skirmishes that they like to do, trading back and
Oh,
forth. No,
but,
shockwave.
No, he walks back into it. Huh. Okay. So he has the 2 sand soldiers put up in place. He has a control ward, so the vision only going to be coming from the command attack ball from Oriana, but he tries to take the unsafe path back to lane and just gets punished for it. Now you see the magic penetration. He's getting taken down real low.
I'm not a massive fan of Daddy Q's positioning against this Azir. I'm not. It feels. It doesn't feel like the matchup is. The knowledge is quite there. Constantly walking into these soldiers by the looks of things, that shouldn't really be happening. You have to avoid that. You know, if this is a Morgana, you wouldn't walk onto a tormented soil, right? That would just be silly.
Nice.
And
Had enough of
the
Morgana.
long range tidal wave.
Oh,
So I'm going to use the ult as well. Good flash.
Ooh, almost gets the drift.
Bubbles there. Chains of corruption onto the Sun is going to cause that to disengage. And again, the teleport.
Both flashes from the bottom lane committed just to keep young Simba alive. He flashed away. Natural Michael flashed towards him to get the Devour because there was a whole lot of CC and a whole lot of damage about to come through. And now we've got a party in the bottom lane. Daddy Q's not invited. Everyone else is there. It's where all the cool kids go.
Again, teleport completed by Gimmers. How do you feel about that? I get it. It did kind of make Red Team not want to go for that dive, but they already had the Chains of Corruption on them, so I think they were just going to back away anyways. They weren't really going to be able to pressure this tower since you had the Jax there.
He's been very, very quick to take the precautionary teleports. Just making absolutely sure that the aggression stays curbed. Looks like Fred's still looking for it in the mid lane. Another good flash, but doesn't flash the stun, but the heal. Not enough.
Yeah, no, that was a great gank.
Well timed.
Yeah, exactly. Separating the CC so it doesn't get flashed at the exact same time.
Again, Fredster gets in range of the leap strike without committing his own flash. Takes both summoners
for the dive. Tidal wave is already back up. They're gonna
Aiden with the teleport. The Tomcat has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
He's gonna be as tanky as he can be, but
thick skin, not thick enough. Danny Hood able to just tank that turret, and this will be the first turret of the game by the looks of things. They are trying to race it mid. They will be able to respond with one turret, but they won't get it first. I would like to see a rotation for this Ocean Drake, but I think they're going to go for the recall instead.
Yeah, might be giving up the Rift Herald to the University of York here, as they had the positioning as there was a 4-man stack in the bottom lane trying to take out that first tower. Did get the bonus gold, but it was shared between 4 people, so not the most value out of that onto the carries. It looks like the University of York will be able to finish off this Rift Herald relatively uncontested.
Yeah. Will they get engaged on afterwards?
Gets the pick up in time, so not going to lose
Shockwave onto one.
But almost forced to flash.
Oh, he's got the blast cone, but I don't think he'll be able to use it.
Oh, he auto-attacked Danny Hood.
That's a shame. The positioning from Jarvan after he used the flag and drag combo there put him on the same side of the blast cone as the Maokai, so there was no way he was escaping after that happened.
Already, Banner of Command. First one of the game comes out. Unlucky, it's going to be the first thing to tank the tower, but it will get taken down. Keeps that cannon minion alive, just barely, but...
Again, we discussed this earlier. Banner of Command. One of the reasons San's so good is he can build it, and he doesn't care. It doesn't affect his performance in lane or anything like that. And we see the Azir. He can't deal with this, unfortunately. Again, it's tanking the tower shot, so it is going to fall.
Oh, Danny Hood just took so much damage, though.
Sam Kench also going to get traded back to half health, but he does have the thick skin, so he'll regen a little bit of that. Blue buff is up right now in this red side jungle, so we could see a rotation as they try and steal that away. Again, Azir doesn't have any mana regen items built right now, so it could be good to take that away from him. And in fact, put it on the Ezreal. right? He's a Tear of the Goddess champion, isn't he?
It's true. Yeah, he's already got his Mora mana stacked up, but it's going to go over to
Orianna. I mean, they still have their blue
Orianna
buff,
again.
so
That is true. Yep, Mora mana on Ezreal doing the percentage of his maximum mana damage with the hits. So
Yeah.
a blue buff would be nice for him to have as well. They
Baron.
did manage to keep their top inner turret alive. It got a bit close. It's looking pretty unhealthy.
It was
Still
unfortunate
alive.
that the cannon minion was tanking the turret shots there. Didn't have the range quite yet. It's not got the Baron buff, so.
So we're going to see Jax go for a more aggressive route. He's gone for the Cinderhulk first item on his jungle item, but going to be building towards a Trinity Force second.
I like it. I think the last time I saw a Jax jungle, he got absolutely decimated and had to go for like a Starex Gauge second, and that didn't feel good to watch. So I think this might be a little bit better. Not as far behind. Well, he's not really behind. If we take a look at the gold difference right now, he's actually ahead on the Jarvan, which is a good place to be. That's for sure.
He has the full tank potential from the top lane and the support role, so capable of going for a little bit more of a aggressive build path, particularly early on in the game.
Okay, so
Orianna built a second Lost Chapter, likely going to be the Luden's Echo. Can't see it being the Hextech GLP.
interesting.
Oh, Danny Hood over the
The
wall.
engaged Scion ult is going to get onto two. The Cataclysm, I think it interrupted there.
Blocked
Shockwave
to
only
the
onto
old
one.
Scion.
Chains of
And this time a
Corruption.
teleport from Gimmers works out.
Maokai's going to be able to lock him up under that tower. The tower's still there. It's okay, now it's finally going to fall.
Yeah.
The Scion passive was their counter strike. Once the Orianna isn't going to have any follow up from the rest of the team. That was
That's
a
what
sloppy
we
dive.
said.
Yeah.
The Glacial Augment Scion, he got taken down under the tower after the Cataclysm blocks the Unstoppable Onslaught, stops him from getting the knock-up. They both will fall, but with the Rage Beyond Death, the passive, the Glacial Augment is able to keep him in range of Maokai, even under the tower, long enough for him to get the trade kill back. So, not completely wasted, and they did manage to take out the tower, so it's debatably okay. It's definitely could be cleaner executed, but they managed to get that objective of the mid outer tower down. Did have to give up a couple of kills for it though.
I like it. That mid tower, so important in this game, especially when you want to have that Baron control. It gives you mid lane priority. Well, at least matches what the enemy already have. Rift Herald, they had to use it. Clearly it was timing out. That's going to get used and based into the bot lane where Scion already is, so he'll be able to deal with that. Presumably, maybe they try to make a play around Baron whilst he's on the wrong side of the map, but again he has TP, so I don't think that's realistically going to happen.
Yeah, Gimmers has had to go down to answer this, trying to keep that Rift Herald alive from the Scion's damage, but he himself used teleport to get into the last fight, so if there is an engage on Baron, he can't get into the fight. All he can even try to do is stop the Scion's teleport.
Yeah.
Redemption going to come down on Baron just to check.
I don't believe there is any vision right now in this pit for red team.
Yeah, that's why they had to commit the redemption to double check it.
Okay, yeah, they do have the vision. One just placed at the very back. This control ward wasn't deep enough to actually deal with that.
That's something that I've seen twice now in the King of the North tournament games. It happened once again in the last week. The ward hugging the wall, the standard positioning and placement for the control ward, not in range of clearing it out. So they think that the Baron pit is completely safe and clear of vision, but actually Birmingham does have some sight onto that.
Love this use of the banner minion in the bot lane. Maokai cannot deal with it whatsoever. Scion's tanking as many turret shots as possible as well to keep it alive for a while, but that it's if Baron's not really going to be on the table for a few short minutes, then it's fine to use that cooldown a little bit early. If not, it's fun.
Leveling up his Pokemon to give him a hand in the extended trades between himself and the Maokai. Getting the advantage slowly over that. Pushing him back under his tower. A 2-level lead for Aiden's Scion in the top lane. Almost 80 minions up.
Wow. Okay, that gap grew fast. Gold lead. Oh,
Might find a
Kench.
pick on Tom Kench.
They're
Flashes
really
forwards.
going for this. True Shot Barrage does get just about blocked by the thick skin.
Thick skin was popped at the perfect time, but
Unlucky was able to get Daddy Q.
Did he just disconnect or something? What happened? He just stopped moving. Was he just minion blocked? I just saw a minion die where he was.
I don't know,
where he
but
was walking.
whatever it was unfortunate. Having to burn the flash there to try and get away from this.
he didn't. I'm confused. I have no idea what happened.
He just stopped. Weird.
It looked as though he got minion blocked, but the minion that died there walks there after he'd already got out. So I have no idea what he would have got stuck on there. But he just kind of stopped moving and took himself down to about 25% health and had to flash away. So that's pretty big. We've seen him get punished for having a lack of flash once or twice already, and even get punished when he has flash available.
Right. Let's have a look at these items now. Everyone's hitting a spike by the looks of things.
Everyone just hit 2 items. Jack's Trinity Force completed. Varus, Runan's Gwinsu's now completed. Didn't actually see the Trinity Force on Ezreal. He went for the Iceborne Gauntlet. And the Blade of the Ruined King. Going to be going for a bit of an anti-tank build.
That makes
reasonable.
sense. Shockwave defensively from Daddy Q. I like that they keep forcing him to use this so they can't go for the wombo combo onto the side. Is this going to be Tam Kench caught off again? Bubble drops down onto him as the redemption isn't going to get the kill. True Shot Barrage. Oh my god, the Mystic Shot from the backline from Ezreal is able to get that. Anti-IRL will go down though. Double kill so far as the shifting sands onto the mid laner. That was an amazing team fight from Azir. They're going to be able to clean this up. Sion is in a bad position here. Doesn't have the ultimate. Already used it to engage into this fight, which means he has to use the flash to try and escape from this one. And now we only see 2 people alive. Meanwhile, there's 4 for the boys. Great fight.
Yeah, that things got a little hectic there. Started off with Daddy Q getting run down. The Righteous Glory from Maokai. It looked like it was going to get disengaged, but then the re-engage from the side of Danny Hood, following up with the Tidal Wave, onto the Tom Kench. The Chains of Corruption was there, the Cataclysm, the Redemption just keeping everyone alive. Gimmer's found his way to the back line. That was a really, really nice Emperor's Divide. This time actually gets the range on it, keeps Daddy Q right back into the middle of his team.
Now, this is
Beautifully
where
executed team fight.
they keep getting that Tam Kench, and that's good. But you used all your cooldowns onto a Tam Kench. He's not the priority target anymore. He's starting to get tanky. The more time you waste on him, the more cooldowns that get burnt, the less are going to be available when there is the re-engage from his team. They are doing the correct thing. When that Tam Kench gets engaged on, just turn on them, okay? Don't let him die by himself. He's going to die. That's fine. Maybe he lives. Maybe he's just about able to get away. But if you just go onto their targets, you know, the bubble was down, so they weren't able to use it onto, like, the Azir. You know, the True Shot Barrage, it didn't hit all of the team. It only hit, I want to say, the bot lane duo. All these abilities that could have been used on higher priority targets on a tank is not really going to do that much in the fights other than maybe keep the Varus alive.
And the team fights are paying off for the University of York. Really, really nicely executed on that one. Dulrog on Azir.
Oh, they're
He's
going for a
getting the
Baron
domination
rush?
into the mid lane. He's now 5 kills, 0 deaths. And they've got the 4-man turn on Baron. Gimmer's going to commit the teleport to try and get in between.
Landing all of the damage! Azir is already on barely any health, but blue team are going to be able to get that Baron Nashor. Chains of Corruption onto Anti-RL, but he's trying to back away from this one. Sion is not going to be able to survive. The enemy team, Maokai drops as well. Cataclysm onto 2. That Azir is about to drop shutdown for the Ezreal. Flash over the wall from Jax as now this Tam Kench is going to slowly waddle away from this one, but they have the slows to chase him. Triple kill now for Unlucky RNG. But there's still 2 people holding this Baron buff for York.
Important that they managed to take that away as Aidenum has the Banner of Command completed, but they lose a lot for it in trade, and it's likely going to get more as this top tower is already prepped. You mentioned before about the Anivia wall going to be stopping Scion ultimates. The Azir can do
That
a
is true.
similar thing, but didn't have the flash available, so Danny Hood was able to find a Cataclysm and lock him up long enough. He was taken out. 5 of the 7 kills for the University of York are on Azir.
Jax
He
went
was
for the
taken
sneaky
out
dragon.
early on in that fight.
Is the Ezreal ult going to get it? No, okay, Smite was there. That's fine. But Teleport was burnt by the Scion? What?
Okay, so that was pretty cheeky. Making sure they pick up that one, the Infernal Drake.
Yeah, no, honestly, that was a really good call from York. Scion, it wasn't needed to protect the waves. He can't really wave clear from a safe distance. And obviously, Birmingham were going to recall after that fight as well. So Jax isn't needed on the map specifically. Go for that Infernal Drake. Get it off of the board. You really want that for your late game composition. It was free, and that was an excellent call from them. I'm glad that they went for that. I'm not too glad that there was the Scion teleport used as a response. I don't know what that call was, but either way, Blue Team picked that up. At least they make something of it.
Maybe if it was a Cho'Gath in the top lane or something that would actually be able to contest the Infernal Drake against the Smite of Jax, maybe you could say it's worth going for that. But since that was not the case, Scion kind of just doing his Gimmer's impression and wasting his teleport. Not going to find anything onto that other than, well, the death animation of the Infernal Drake. The next Drake to spawn will be the Elder Drake, as we're at that point in the game now. 32 minutes in, 7 kills to 9, only about a 2,500 gold lead now for the University of Birmingham. Going to be taken down even more as York pick up their second tower of the game.
There's going to be a fight. Double stun. The support is instantly dropped.
He just face-checked into a counter-strike. Wrong game. Catch that over at twitch.tv/KOTN CSGO. Shameless plug. But Nami gets taken down. Didn't even have the flash. Had a Mikhail's Crucible. Maybe could have got herself out of the stun with that. I'm not sure if you can use that on yourself.
They still have this Baron.
But Baron's still available on 2. The Baron up cannon minions. We're going to start seeing them hit the tower. See the damage coming through. No Banner of Command available. No. So it will get taken down quickly. And
that
well,
should be
never mind. That's going to be it.
Yeah.
Roar of the Slayer, a bit of wave clear. Magic Damage is able to kill that one off with no Banner of Command on it. So
the buff
no real
expired,
threat to the turret.
unfortunately. Yeah. So it was a bit awkward. We saw Red Team highly prioritizing the bot side jungle, trying to get all their vision they could there, still with a red buff, I think. But that just gave Blue Team an opening in the top lane. They got a free tower for that, and then as they went to, I guess, interrupt their backs, Nami stood a bit too far forwards. Jarvan also got stunned there, but you know he wouldn't have blown up as quickly. So maybe if the Nami was just stood back a little bit, maybe if they warded the brush as they were entering it. It's fine though. They don't really pay for it a massive amount. It's just one of those mistakes that occur, and Blue Team weren't massively able to punish for it happening. Now Scion, he's got 40% CDR. That's the 36-second cooldown on his ultimate.
Maokai now has the gold in place, finishes off his Banner of Command. Unlucky that he didn't have it when they still had the Baron buff, but that's going to be a huge point of contention for the next team fight. There was a big wave in the bottom lane for the University of York pushing in, but it's answered by Birmingham, and now we've got a bit of a siege situation.
Oh my god, look at top lane right now. It's double Banner of Command.
Okay. Banner battle.
I wanted to see who it was shoving for. I think it's going to be red side. Yeah,
that is 100%. That's going the way of Birmingham.
That's really good for Birmingham right now. They don't need to engage here. They just wait for someone to show up in the top lane, then dive it. They have everything they need. Looking at the summoner spells, everyone's got them. I think every summoner other than like the Silent Teleport is available right now. All ultimates are available. This is going to be a seriously messy fight that's about to occur. The gold lead. It's not massive. Like, you know, 2k at 35 minutes. I would have expected higher from Red Team with their composition, but the Righteous Glory is going to go for the engage onto the Ezreal. Stun doesn't find him as he's able to flash away. Tidal Wave onto all the targets! Oh my god, the wombo combo! As the Shockwave gets all of the blue team, they follow it through with the Scion charge as well, but they're able to turn it! As Tholrog's getting a really good turn. That he did get devoured, but oh my god, he's still alive! No! Okay, Ezreal was able to find him with the Mystic shot as he gets the shutdown. Jax is now going in onto the Scion shutdown as well from the Varus onto the Ezreal. They had such a good wombo combo, but it doesn't pay off for them as the Azir is able to dish back so much damage onto their team, and now Jax is just going to chase the Scion.
Will commit the flash onto Scion. Okay,
what?
Yeah, that started off so well for the University of Birmingham. Huge tidal wave, knocking up all of the carries in the backline, but Tom Kench able to keep his team alive with the Locket flash and
stayed alive
heals
for way
used
too long there.
Yeah, flash and heal used on both carries to keep themselves alive and in better positions. Tom Kench not able to keep himself alive as he gets picked off by the Orianna as she runs away, but gonna be killed off by Jax. That's a staggered respawn. That's 54 seconds on the death timer.
That's huge. That's so
Baron's
good.
up in 5 seconds. 20 seconds still on Azir. That is so good for the University of York. Unfortunately, the Baron just spawned, and now the Elder Drake is available, so it could be a trade if either team isn't really feeling going for an engage.
Scion is up now. He does have teleport. There are wards in the pit for him to go for if he really needs to.
They don't have that key piece of the wombo combo for another 24 seconds. The Shockwave not around. Fredster gonna dodge out of the tidal wave.
Good zone. Good zoning ult. It's gonna stall them. They need time. That's all they need right now. Orianna's about to come up in 10 seconds. And they do back away from this.
The Scrying Bloom catches Jax recalling. Tom Kench did just respawn. Didn't actually wait around to see if he could have got the Abyssal Voyage back from base. So Jax could have had the recall quicker. That would have been fun to see, but not going to be needed. They're just going to clear out some vision. So things got real crazy, real quick.
Yes.
In that team fight. Really well distanced from the University of York. Keeping themselves away from the wombo combo. If you notice, the combo was a little bit staggered. The tidal wave was really good, but the Cataclysm didn't come until a little bit later on in that fight. And that just sort of opened up enough space for Tholrog to maneuver around the fight, get his soldiers in positions to shred through the front line.
Yeah, and with that Leandries, the longer the fight, the better.
Well. Really well executed team fight from the University of York there.
It was disgusting, man. That was...
Now, the only downside to that is they weren't able to finish off the Baron the first time, but they're going to come back. Daddy Q is alive and available, but Scion, no teleport. He showed in the bottom lane.
Doesn't get this steal, Danny Hood.
Over by Varus. Danny Hood not able to get it this game. That was last week, not able to get it this time.
Shockwave onto 2 as the disengage.
No,
Chains of Corruption didn't get them, but he's going to follow through. Bubble does drop down. Daddy Q is in such a terrible situation. Now Zhonya's is only going to be able to stall it for a little bit. The Scion engaged. Why would you go back in onto this fight? Bubble only onto 1 as the Scion gets dropped. Ezreal's the only damage dealer left now, and here we go. This is the situation we were talking about. There is now a Baron buff. Banner of Command isn't available quite yet, but still,
Maokai's
2
dead.
cannon minions.
They can't use the Banner of Command because Maokai is dead. Even if it was
the bot wave
available on cooldown, but 2 waves that they have to deal with. This is looking grim for the University of Birmingham.
There's just no wave clear. They could end it here.
The Banner of Command was used in the bottom lane, so if they'd actually gone and pushed in that bottom wave, the Banner of Command was still up on the cannon minion there. If one of them had gone and dropped a Baron buff on that, could have actually seen 2 inhibitors taken down if that was the case.
They've gone for the safe call.
Disengage, back off. The Elder Dragon is available. That's been buffed up as well.
This... Oh, okay. This is going to be...
Scion showing in the bottom lane after he's just used his teleport.
Yeah.
Oh, not the greatest of things to see, but...
This fight is going to be so crucial now for Birmingham. I don't think you can just give them this Elder Drake.
People just showing on the opposite side of the maps. Daddy Q is in the top lane. They don't have a choice. They have to just give it over.
Nah. their comp, the only way that they can stop this siege that is about to occur is simply engage. Now they have the Elder Dragon, so engaging just loses you the fight anyways. Like, I don't think there's anything you can do here but just concede everything that they go for. Hope that they slowly shove it in, and you can deal eventually with the minions. You're probably going to get, like, triple inhibbed if they play this correctly.
Yeah, the mid lane's pushing in. 2 super minions already in that wave stacked up.
Yeah.
So Cyan has to go and answer that. So an engage will have to be 4v5, so not going to be likely to see it.
Man, this is Azir.
Oh,
He's on full items.
Look at Daddy Q's health. Just getting chunked.
Yep. First tower. And there's
Turret
super
goes
minions in
down
the mid
already.
lane.
Banner of Command has been popped on a Baroned up cannon minion. It's doing the thing, but it gets answered out by some mystic shots from Ezreal.
Yep. Which is good.
Tanks weren't
Oh,
standing
they have to use
in
the
front
tidal wave?
to try and answer the Jax split pushing. He might get run down a little bit here, but no, as the Nexus Tower will be.
They have
the
to
next
engage here.
time.
They're going in for it. Cataclysm lands onto both of the carries. Tamkench is going to pick up the Azir and spit him back out, but there's the re-engage from the Maokai. Flashing away from this one. Roots onto the target. Emperor's Divide does push the tanks away from the back line. Danny Hood tries to go in, but it will not be answered by the rest of his team. He goes down. Re-engage now from the red team. This is working out for them. They do have to be careful of the minions currently in their base. They're going to send their carries back for that. What happened there? How they killed both of the carries straight away.
Yeah, unlucky RNG was able to use his repositioning tools and get an angle onto Thulrog at the back of that fight. Simba died really early, has flash and heal available as well, so he got picked off really soon at the start of that fight. Must have just been caught out by some engage. I didn't actually catch that one, but good bit of positioning from unlucky RNG, able to find a pick onto the Azir, and with both carries down, that's kind of just the team fight over for the University of York, so they're just going to have to back away. So 11 kills now on Ezreal. He's doing everything he can to keep his team back in this game.
He's trying. Orianna is now working with that Rabadon's death cap. She's sitting on a lot of AP now. If she is able to get a crucial shockwave onto the backline, she might be able to shred through them. Doesn't have the Void Staff though, so these tanks will probably just be able to brush it off. But again, Azir, full offensive items. He's not even gone for like a Zonya's or I don't know, just like maybe an Abyssal Mask could have been a cheeky item potentially. I wouldn't have gone for it, but again, full damage. If he gets caught off by anything, he is dead. He's relying entirely on this Tamkench, but Tamkench has 2 people he needs to save right now.
Yeah, he's got a couple of repositioning tools, but with the flash and heal both on cooldown, using them in that last fight, but still getting taken down, he's probably going to have to be a little bit more cautious about who he goes to poke with the shifting sands and the sand soldiers. Got a bit of an Empire bush coming on, a Fnatic special in the top lane, as it looks like the Banner of Command is going to be
there's the engaged tidal wave followed through with the charge from the Scion. Oh, the Cataclysm is not onto the crucial target. Shockwave, finds the tanks, but it wasn't exactly what they needed. Engage now coming through from the Maokai. He's dropping dangerously low. Young Simba's able to get the first kill.
Good kiting
the red team.
from University of Birmingham, able to keep themselves at a relatively safe distance in that fight, pick themselves up a trade kill. Support for support. Danny Hood actually kept alive. Nicely timed redemption came through and just gave him a little tickle of health when he needed it the most. So he gets
so many minions
alive,
crashing into this bot lane now.
Bottom wave though. Scion has to answer that.
Maokai recall to get back to full health.
Jesus,
teleports in.
Orianna just chunked out Thulrog.
Oh, okay, no. I was going to say.
This isn't yesterday's ARAM. Ezreal not doing a ridiculous amount of damage.
It's not APS, yeah. Man, they're trying to crack this base. York, they're pushing for it.
Tom Kench now building towards a Banner of Command of his own, so that's going to be the 3rd we're going to see this game.
Do we know if any of these players are running Gathering Storm? Because it's soon to be 50 minutes. If they can't press their advantage any further, With these inhibs respawning, red team might actually be able to go and respond to this Baron fight. If it keeps going on, anyone with Gathering Storm are gonna love it, honestly. Here we go, they're already fighting on this Ezreal. He's firing on the tanks, not quite in range. Engaged now from Danny Hood. Baron, oh no, they're gonna kill him before he's able to go for the smite, and Azir is able to pick that up. Daddy Q is in a really poor position now. Gibbons is just going to knock him back into the team. Double kill for young Simba, and York are just going to be able to roll on Birmingham in this fight. Triple kill now for their AD carry Redemption to heal them up. Lick their wounds, which they weren't really suffering. Maokai was dropped low in that fight, but they're not going to care.
The
Baron
GG's
now.
in the chat already.
That's
no
it.
hope. No faith in the 1v5 from Unlucky RNG. He's going to get run down by Fredster and stunned up, locked in place.
He knows it's over.
He has no mana, and he's taken down. That's going to be the ace. 46 minutes into the game. It'll be enough. University of York with the Baron buff. The 5 members alive. The clean ace. Team wiped. And the Nexus will be next to fall as they pick up the first win for round 2 of the King of the North online qualifiers.
Round 1.
Well, I mean...
Oh yeah, qualified it. Yeah, you get the point, ladies and gentlemen. That was a phenomenal game. Me likey.
Yeah,
oh my god, that was
really good performance from both teams in some of these team fights, going back and forth. Just, we have to say goodbye to our resident University of Birmingham's, the bit.lys. Maybe over the break we can find the picture that the URL name leads to as a final salute to their efforts. They made it to the semifinals last week, but this time the new kids on the block, the University of York, able to find the win, take them down in 46 minutes. 50,000 damage from the Azir in that game, 60,000 from Ezreal. Carries just putting in the work, doing everything that they can do. And in the end, University of York will come out victorious. The Deathless Jacks going for the more aggressive build. Able to secure the Baron buff twice. And it was enough to push in and end the game.
Look at the damage graph. Wow, Ezreal tried so hard. And it didn't work out for him, man. I feel bad. Alright, if we have a look at the... Oh, no. Have a look at the bracket, my dude.
At the bracket, let's see. Give it an update. Okay, so things have gone
They've
poorly
changed.
For, I mean, all of our predictions.
When did Grey Warwick get added?
I don't know.
Nor do I.
Okay. So plebs, Kiel
Wow.
University, they got knocked out. Daddy's Angels, Salford University, knocked out. Keeling the game, Kiel University, knocked out. So our stream home teams are all out of the tournament first round. That is something special, something else.
The cheese.
So we have... Well, yeah, that's an interesting one.
All right. So how are our predictions looking? Let's take a look back over them. So I said plebs would win against Jenna Tolls. They didn't. You said they'd win as well.
If you'd like some spicy information, they've actually started the next game that we're going to stream.
Oh.
They're 1 minute in, so we can just jump straight over to that. Look at that. We don't even have to go on a break.
Oh, okay. Which one is it? Killer Kerber?
So let's see. We actually have a spectator delay on it, so we're fine. It's like we didn't miss anything. So it's game 9. That is Dankchester Duckies against the Bangor Nashors from Bangor University. That's University of Manchester against University of Bangor. University of Manchester will be the blue team for this game.
Do you want to drop me a fat invite or something? Where is the... who do I need to add?
I don't think you can until I get into the actual game itself.
No, that's fine.
Give it 30 seconds, you'll get in. So we actually see University of Bangor. They've gone for a Warwick, but it's in the top lane. Warwick top. That's going to be the answer to the
top.
Scion. Interesting.
How? Maybe it's the ultimate counter. Maybe we didn't know. I don't really know how I feel about that.
Only problem I might have now is I think because I'm spectating it off one of the players, I don't know if it'll give me the team's names. Man,
I did not expect this bracket to happen. I
Yeah,
think all of my predictions are wrong so far.
things have changed in this bracket.
I think every single one of them has gone wrong so far. Maybe Bristol will be able to take it.
Okay, no, we're good. We have the team name. Well, so
Okay.
interesting. The Bangor Nashors. Hold on. Am I looking at the wrong team here? I am. I'm dumb. Never mind. Ignore me. This is the wrong team. I got baited because they've swapped players around to some of their other teams. So they're actually up against that was the Jenna Tulls or the Out of Manchester team. They're up against LU. Go and give it to you.
They are indeed. So I'm being messaged by plebs right now. Hard cheesed. They snuck Nasher at 20. Baron Minion. Give it the banner of command. Took inner inhib turret and nexus in like 2 minutes. Once they had Nasher, there's nothing we could do. Interesting. Well, there you go. I wonder what the comp was.
Digested Ducks. That's the team that we're after.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Grey Warwick. I've beaten Work in Progress. I mean, we could watch Grey Warwick versus Bristol. That could be a seriously good match, couldn't it?
Well, I think we'll just have to take a little bit of time to figure out just what the hell exactly is going on because brackets have changed, so all of our plans have fallen through. So we'll figure something out. We'll take a quick 5 minutes.
Yes.
See if we can get this second game started up. See where we can get you from there.
All right, break time. Boys. Right. Oh, which team's which? I don't know which team's which. War. Let's just go with war. And you're muted, by the way, my dude.
God balls. Chentang is Bristol Palace.
Okay.
That's the team that we were struggling with OP.GG's yesterday.
Yeah.
So remember the beast from the east, Killer Care Bear. We couldn't find anything about him because he has a main account on EUNE.
Yeah.
so we were struggling with that one for a little while, but got that insider info. Helped us out a little bit. So they're all up in roll order. Let's see. So Bristol Palace. They're against the Grey Warwicks from the University of Warwick.
AKA, this is like the Southern Showdown, really. I'm gonna have a quick look at the Newell bracket right now.
This dude's level 101. Wow, that's the highest I've seen.
Right. Okay. So Bristol Palace 8-1, Grey Warwick 7-1. They're like right by each other. Obviously, both of the Exeter teams already qualified. So basically, these dudes, this should be a really good matchup. Essentially, arguably two of the best teams, if not the two best teams in this tournament, signed up today. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be fun. Oh, hype boy. Let's get it.
All right, so we're getting in to the picks and bans.
P&B.
Bristol Palace would love to bring you some insider info on what they like to pick, but
we couldn't.
All of our assumptions on who plays what roles and stuff on this team are all over the place, all out of whack. So Warwick, I saw that one. That was Sumi Mason Suki. His number one trick was Warwick. So that's good. That's been taken out. Both teams likely been doing research. That's what we've been seeing mostly is just pocket picks and targeted bans. Tristana, though, generally has just been a good ban in general. Whether Send likes to play that. Not going to add the clan tag onto that.
Good stuff.
Corky Chentang. He's my number one pick on Chentang is Corky. So that's a
good to take
well-researched ban as well. So it looks like both teams likely doing their homework, at least Grey Warwicks. Actually banning out Warwick. Grey Warwicks, come on, what are you doing?
Kassadin
going to be taken away. So likely target bans coming through. Okay. We're over.
Kassadin, really? That tends to be a second rotation ban when you're expecting that they'll try and save the counter pick. So unless they're planning on like first drafting a mid laner, that would get easily then countered by this Kassadin.
See, last ban. Time is running out. Is he gonna ban anything? He didn't. Okay, that's new.
Don't criticize the Kassaban. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm sure you probably know better than me as to why it was banned.
Yeah, we only found out about 7 minutes ago that Grey Warwicks were even playing in this tournament.
Yeah, I was.
So we haven't done any homework on these teams. So you guys will have to fill us in. Kale, I'm assuming a target ban. Maybe they just don't like champions to start with K. We'll see Katarina or something.
Apparently they banned Sejuani in the clients and stuff.
Sejuani is a ban. Okay,
just the info. That's good. That's good stuff. Camille, first pick. Solid. Is Sion still in play? Sion's still on the board, isn't he? Yeah, I think he is. That
He
Jax
is, yeah.
could be
Okay,
top,
so
could be jungle.
apparently the client wouldn't let them lock in the ban, but they messaged the other team and said it's
Yeah.
Sejuani. So Sejuani going to be sort of window banned this game. Not going to be official, but
Window
Camille.
ban.
Oh, this is the plebs comp. Zach Galio. We saw them.
It's such a powerful combo.
That combo in the mid lane. A gank comes through. You've got 6 forms of hard CC, and only one of them you can cleanse yourself out of. The rest of them, the only thing you can do is just not get hit by
Cry.
it. So it's
That's
really,
what
really hard to play against. Echo might be the lock-in for Chen Tang. See if he can deal with that. Gonna be kind of scary.
Yeah, it gets locked in.
So we're gonna see likely Jax jungle again. Jax against Zac in the jungle. Braum bottom lane. That's gonna be taken by Killer Care Bear. Caitlyn are gonna be taken out. So AD carries. We saw it last game. Second phase, if an AD carry isn't picked up by either team, they tend to be focused out in the bans because the champion pool is a little smaller in what's meta and strong and can deal with the current state of the game.
Varus is still on the table.
Varus is still up.
Cogmore,
Actually,
if you
in the
so
game
wish.
that I accidentally started spectating, there was a Sivir locked in, who, as we've touched on, is probably one of the best champions at dealing with the Banner of Command Bannon minions.
Zaya's gone as well. This is just heavy AD carry bans right now. If blue team
It's the last one.
don't...
If it isn't Varus,
I mean, again, we could see the Cogmore priority. So I think this could work out if they have the champion pools suited for it. Vayne.
Actually,
I was
Vayne.
not expecting a Vayne.
Draven's still available. We saw him first banned last game. See if that's something that gets rolled up into this game.
Wait, we're waiting. Why are we waiting?
Yeah. Morgan, what you want?
Oh, is that the Ollie shouts? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's me. There's the Twitch.
Twitch.
I love Twitch.
Okay. So Twitch. That's gonna add some AD damage onto the team, and there it is. Draven hovered. Come on, give it to me.
Lock it.
Show it to me, Send Draven. Oh.
No, okay. It's fine. Wait, Jin. No, it's got to be the Varus. It's got to be the Varus.
It's okay.
What noises are you making right now?
Come on. He's like flicking back and forth. He's like, he's teasing me. Now, come on. Now that's just a tease. Don't hover Zyra if you don't intend to lock it in. There it is. Woo! There we go. We get a mage support. That's new. Something fresh. All right.
Now,
so that's going to be up against Varus Zyra. So
that's a powerful lane.
Yeah, we say Varus has a strong laning phase. Last game he was matched up with Tom Kench, so not too much going to come down from that lane. But this is deadly. Varus Zyra, the crowd control. This is back in the old school days of Cloud9 when they won every game with Ashe Zyra. People started banning out Ashe, and they were like, okay, we'll just take the next amount of CC on an AD carry, which is Varus. And they pretty much just steamrolled through the pro scene with that. But we have a Xin Zhao.
That will be the Jax jungle,
top, so it's going to be Jax top.
It's pretty good into Camille, I think. Last time I saw it, though, the Jax lost terribly, so I'm hesitant when I do say that. How do we feel? I don't know if there's any like inherent synergies with the composition which Bristol's running right now, but there's a serious wombo combo for Warwick.
It does feel almost a little bit solo QE for the Bristol team. Super Greer on Twitch, not going to be likely to be able to play it in the style that we've seen most. Like Plebs, when Jackal gets Twitch, he's finding really, really good positions and he's being kept safe and kept alive. Daddy's Angels, when they play the Twitch, they tend to do a more front-to-back style with it, where everyone just piles on top of the Twitch and just stops him from taking any damage. But really, there's only the Braum who's going to be able to defend Twitch in these team fights. Echo, Jax, and Xin all going to be dashing forwards. So it's just going to sort of be left to his own devices. And against the long-range engage from Zac, from Camille, the follow-up from Galio, Varus, and Zyra, it's going to be scary. There is a whole lot of crowd control for these, in massive AoEs for these team fights for the Grey Warwicks. That's a real terrifying team comp to be up against.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. But then again, maybe they just position. Maybe they just play it. They have the vision, so they can never really be that engaged from the Zac. We don't see the traditional counter of, let's say, an Alistair to deal with it. But if you just play correctly, then maybe Zac never finds those engages on you.
One thing I'm curious about, since we have no full tank on either of these teams, no Scions, no Maokais, who is going to be building the banner of commands this game? Because we've seen 3 of them already in one game, with a banner of command on the cannon minion. Against really either of these teams, it's going to be effective. No one has the long-range physical damage to deal with it or the ability to reposition it. But the only question is, who would be the one to pick it up? Maybe Braum might get it, but if he wants it early enough, he'd have to sacrifice getting a locket. And as we said, he's the only one who's going to be able to keep Twitch alive. So not having the locket could be devastating in these team fights. So whether we might even see it at all this game, maybe Zac might get one at some point. It's difficult to say.
I think Zac could reasonably do it. Galio probably could if he's going for a bit more of a tanky build as opposed to the full AP. Braum should be fine to pick it up, and then either Jax or Jin Zhao, it will sort of delay their damage spiking items, but it's still not bad. It's just such a good item right now. I don't think it should be overlooked.
But the one thing that we haven't really touched on, the Xin Zhao in the jungle, Zac, we've seen in all of the games that he's been locked in and picked, he's been able to find a lot of impact in the early game, but maybe Xin Zhao is the answer. He can get in the jungle, start up with some invades, find some jewels onto the Zac before Galio has Hero's Entrance available. We've seen it punished in that way. Galio never even has to leave the mid lane to collapse. Might be able to get some early kills on Zac, get himself ahead, and just stop the huge engage potential from coming through.
Do you want to have a go at pronouncing all these names before I mess them up? I'll let you have the pleasure of getting them wrong before me.
Okay. What games we talk? What names? So we've got Kerberos on Camille, New Delicious, Zac Sweet. Is that the pink one? I want it to be the pink one.
I think it is.
Geslop Galio, Send on Varus, and Bluebell 1 matched up with him in the bottom lane on the Zyra. I'm stuck at 0 seconds, but Sumi Seiken Suki, something like that.
I'm just not going to bother saying that.
No, I said that wrong. Sumi Mason Suki, dropping the Ash emote, just laughing at me. He's playing Jax, the God Staff Jax, jumping dude Xin Zhao, Chen Tang on Echo, and Super Guerrilla Twitch with Killer Care Bear, our resident EUNE player. Followed up with the Braum in the bottom lane. It looks like we might actually be going for an early level 1. Spot out the pink Zac in the river.
Yeah. Pink Zac, best Zac. I don't think there's any contest on whether that's the case. You know when they released Zac and he just had that terrible purple skin?
Nah, come on, it's Geslop. It's not G Heslop, that's lame.
It's Galio.
I wanted the alliteration. It's Galio Geslop, okay? Or Geslop's Galio.
Nudelicious? I like that. That's spicy.
Maybe. Nudelicious. Nude and delicious on the pink Zac.
Let's not talk about names. Let's talk about the game, shall we? Okay. We got some vision. It's been dropped. Blue team, they're going to be able to scout where they're starting here. Wait, engage in the top. Oh, the cheese from Jax onto the brush. Already pops the press the attack onto Camille. She's going to start with that hook shot. Go for the stun, trade it back over. Oh, wait, is that aftershock Camille?
Yes, yes, it is.
What is?
Sumi Mason, just sort of.
I don't think Jax has anything wrong with going with long trades. I'm confused by that. Wait, he's going for it.
Pressing attack. Oh my god, the flash! Oh, that's so close. How much health is that? Too little.
Too little.
The aftershock not going to be
Oh
performing
my!
its
The blue
duties.
buffs on Varus.
He actually stole it.
That is amazing.
Okay, so this game got real weird real quick.
That is the cheese that I want to see. Do you think it would have been better on the Zyra, maybe? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter, it's still
I think
good
they don't
regardless.
care as long as it's not on the Xin Zhao. That's just going to get them level 2 first. And now they're going to be able to start asserting their dominance.
Again, Jax. Just bringing the pain in the top lane, man. Oh, that's painful.
And just a role reversal in the top lane.
Yeah, we have some high-level League of Legends right now. This is the top bracket South Newell teams having a go at it. This is some good stuff.
He's just constantly finding the stuns in these fights. Kerberos already recalled on no health and teleported back into lane, and now he's sat at about 10-15% health already. One more little trade engage from Sumi Mason might be enough to finish him off.
We could see a dive, honestly. If Jim wants to rotate to it, they might.
Jumping
they might be able
dude
to
is
do
on the top side jungle.
it. Jumping
Might go for
dude.
his-
That's
yeah,
such-
but he's too low, so he's going to recall.
yeah.
Zach looking for something on the bottom side, potentially. Just drops a ward.
Alright, so looking at the CS difference, Twitch is suffering under this turret. Being so hard shoved. She's not able to pick up any of these minions, and there's already quite a substantial deficit. Only like 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, Xin Zhao feeling the burn as well, losing the blue buff early on. Just the ward dropped on his blue buff, the brush next to it. Just letting Send and Bluebell walk in and contest that buff and actually managing to steal it away. He's struggling. He's 10 minion kills down. He only has 10.
Ouch.
Zach on double the minion kills of the Xin Zhao at this point in the game. Still, not been able to find any hugely impactful attempts on anyone's life in any of these lanes as of yet. But the
Yeah.
game is young. There's still time.
So Camille was forced to back again. Picks up a second.
A
Doran's
second
blade.
Doran's Blade. I don't know about that. She's really not getting much chance to even fight back in these trades. She just gets jumped on, pressed the attack, stunned, and she just has to run away.
So I guess the idea is when you're killing the minions under your turret, that's going to give you the lifesteal for the sustain. Jax can't really trade with you when you're
Surely
directly
then
under your turret.
A Doran's shield would have been better, so it blocks his damage and gives you the sustain as well.
Zyra
I don't
going
know.
to spot out the Xin Zhao.
I think the lane has just been weird enough that we can just throw anything that we might reasonably expect completely out the window.
I want to know about this Echo Galio matchup.
So, I think Echo might be a little bit wary of just how screwed he is if he ever gets hit by literally anything. So he's gone for the first item, Mercury Treads. Good little adaptation, though. We saw this combo last week in the Plebs versus Loughborough game, just constantly just punishing the mid lane for, what, not having flash? Not for just being in mid lane. It just got punished over and over again.
So
The
much
long
CC
range
from that combo, yeah.
engage from Zac, the follow-up, the Justice Punch, the
Base damages.
stretching strikes, the Winds of War, the taunts. He just couldn't move. He even took the cleanse, but it just wasn't enough to help him. Kerberos.
Lane gank? They're going to be able to lock him up with the CC. Ignite comes out. He does pop the flash. Heal wasn't used by Super Grid. They did the quick maths in their head. They knew he was going to live thanks to the Guardian. And just about walks away from that one, but Flash still gets burnt. Wait, level 6 advantage now.
Out alive, but how did Kerberos get level 6 first? I'm suspecting someone's not updated. He's got XP quints or something, because that doesn't make much sense. but doesn't commit the ultimate to go for the little trade as
Gonna go for the
jumping
dive.
is there, but Zac is behind the back
I mean,
of the
Galio's
tower.
going to be able
No
to support
Braum.
it with the hero's entrance, and it's instant. Oh my god, the CC, the damage, it was there.
Four-man Fiesta. That's it.
That's
Galio Headlock
disgusting.
picks up first blood. The base damage from the hero's entrance enough. Super Greer doesn't even
They're gonna
bother
take
with
the tower.
flashing or heal. That's it. 7 minutes into the game. The blue buff picked up on Varus.
Not even 7 minutes.
The piercing arrows coming through, just poking constantly. 10 minion kill lead. Forces Braum out of lane with a nice gank from Noodalicious, who then comes back for the repeat onto the Twitch. No one there to save him. It's going to be first blood over to the Galio.
Let's have a look at the CS differences. So, yes, he was in a terrible situation on Twitch. I think he was like 7 CS down early, right? Now he's only, what, like 10 CS down? Even less than that? So, like, nothing actually grew after that. Eventually, when he was able to get the minions under tower, when he had enough AD, that he could get those ranged minions, he stopped suffering on the CS count. But it doesn't matter, the tower damage was there. Top lane, that's what I'm shocked about. How is the CS equal in the top lane? Camille had to recall like 3 times when Jax never had to. Wait, going in on the 1v2? What is the... Jax has the 2-level advantage, I guess, but he doesn't care about them. Looking to maybe go for the dive. Wow, that dude's a beast. He's gone for the dive!
Oh my god, he got it. Huh. Well, you know what they say? Never fight a Jax with a phage and nothing else, because he will just like rip through your bot lane by himself. Heslop shows up, flashes with the taunt, locks him in place.
Echo's showing up to the party
Shenfang.
chains.
Oh, the chains of
And
corruption
onto him.
picked up though as he got the assist on the kill on Jax, so he keeps himself alive. But
Bot
Jesus,
lane's made
it's
the
a party
rotation
up
here. Zac
What
has
is
joined
going
the
on?
fight as well. He does have Let's Bounce if he wishes to use it. Twitch is able to fire on the back line and get the first kill for himself, but he's in such a poor position. Uses the flash. Taunt isn't going to be there. Camille joined the party as well. Hextech Ultimatum does tag the slow onto Super Greer. Gets the stun onto him. Exhaust is there. Echo stun. Forces them away, and now that's a late teleport being
The fight
channeled
has
through.
gone on so long.
This is so messy.
Respawned after initially tower diving to Zyra. He's respawned and he's teleporting back into the fight. Okay, yeah, that was... I think the only person who wasn't involved in that
The
was
5-man in
Count
the
is
top
not
lane.
going. It's not finished. Ulysses goes back in.
Lock up the damage onto the Jax. He's a tanky boy, though. They're able to pop the passive on Zac. Stun now from the Camille hook shot. She's going in. Just zoning them so Zac is able to get the revive. My God, we've seen Fiestas in the bot lane before 10 minutes, but anything like that in the top? Nah. This is... I love this. This is amazing. Man, imagine if this is the finals and we got a best of 3 of this. That would be brilliant. So now we see Echo. I imagine he's going to be going for the Hextech Proto Belt. We could potentially see him go for a spicy Gunblade, but I don't imagine that's going to happen. That's not the typical build on him. Usually you then pick up a Lichbane, I believe, but or a Zhonya's. Either way, that Merc Treads early on seems to have worked. He's up in the CS. Didn't get bullied out of the lane like Galio usually does, and now we've got a dive coming through. Spray and pray. Oh, he took the tower aggro, and now Hero's Entrance is going to come through. Excellent response coming out from
How
the blue
many
team.
times can we say the words, and now we see a tower dive? It's 10 minutes into the game. We've said it about 7 times already. These guys are bloodthirsty. Last game we saw, it was about 15 minutes into the game before we saw a second kill picked up. It was 0-1 for the majority of the game. This time, 6 minutes in, 10 kills.
Very bloody, very fun as well.
3 of them on Galio. He's going for the Rod of Ages build, so he gets himself first blood and says, yeah, you're talking about tanky Galio? No, I carry. He's hard carrying this one. 3-0-1.
Hey, this is a farming simulator.
Oh boy.
Brilliant.
Well, one of the teams in the finals from the University of Exeter super duper giant truck team. We could make a simulator game in the finals. Euro Truck Simulator coming through. We just need a goat in the finals for a bit of the tongue lashes.
Sam Kench. He'll be able to roleplay that one now.
I was a fan of when they added the DLC where you could stop being a goat and start being a microwave.
I was not aware that was a thing.
Well, you missed out.
Yeah, rip. All right, back to the game. Keeping on topic here, very serious, guys. Already completed jungle items on both sides. It's going to be the blue smite to the red smite.
Makes sense, as Xin Zhao is more likely to be dueling people.
We see typical. Trinity Force is going to be built by both these top laners, by the looks of things. If we have a look at their gold difference right now, it's up for Jax, which makes sense. Look at the CS right now. They're going to be making a trade.
Likely going to be picked up unless Zach can find the flyby steal a little bit early.
Yep.
Can't do it. Ocean Drake's powerful in the early game, but you know who else is powerful in the early game? Having a 2-tower lead 12 minutes into the game, as the second tower is taken down for the Grey Warwicks.
Should be this 1v1 should always go in Jax's favor, as far as I'm aware, as long as he's not taking any tower shots like that.
Especially with the aftershock.
Yeah, it's just so strong, Mike. Such an aggressive Jax, man.
I don't know if he was intending to go for maybe a grasp of the Undying or something, or I don't know why you would deviate from going the Comet, which is the usual pickup on Camille.
I think if you ever go in range to use the sweeping strike as Camille, you're opening yourself up for the leap strike. Just going to use the ultimatum under this tower, trying to force him away from it. Flashing on the spot, picks up the solo kill.
So what's that? Our 8th tower dive of the game.
Probably.
Jax just styling on nerds.
Doesn't care, yeah.
Got himself the God Staff. He did. Well, that's about it. It's like we said, he's still got the phage, so you just have to never fight him.
Wait, what? What? What?
Dies?
Okay. The disrespect.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't notice. That's so ape. Okay.
Oh my.
Okay, that was. All right, I like that. that. I liked the attempt at blocking the tower shot with the counter strike. I can respect it.
Surprised that Varus hasn't gone for Ninja Tabby. With 3 auto-attacking champions on red side, I feel like Xerxes might be a little bit greedy. I mean, you don't really need that much attack speed when you're going to be building, you know, Wit's End, the Runon's Hurricane as well. Like, Berserker's Greaves is only really like a drop in the bucket, I guess, in terms of the attack speed that you'll build on Varus. Meanwhile, Ninja Tabby, I mean, everyone already knows how strong Ninja Tabby is. Again, this 1v1, Jax just wants to go ham on him, but there's a huge minion wave, so he might have potentially guessed that.
Jax kind of just counters the shield from Camille, where it's the earliest iteration of the adaptive stuff coming into the game, right? Mm-hmm. Where it either blocks physical or magical damage, depending on which one you take. But Jax just does both. So the shield not getting the most value out of it, and well, with the aftershock, not winning these trades at all. Starting to get bullied out again in the bottom lane. Already been tower dived once. The tower's not looking too healthy. So maybe the tower might get tower dived.
How does that work?
Just dive the tower and kill it, I guess.
Fair.
Looks like Zach is around, though. They're expecting a bit of
making a rotation. I think they spotted him on the boards.
2v2.
Sun connects. He's just going to go for this.
3v3. The teleports are coming in now.
We're going to join the fight. Let's bounce. The tower did go down, so they weren't able to get the teleport completed. Echo shows up to the party. That's going to be a clean 2-0. Rift Herald does get dropped in the mid lane, though, so there will be a response from blue team. Double kill for Echo, though.
Gonna take that middle inner turret as their reconciliation prize.
Chains of Corruption connected onto the Twitch. double knock up
So
from
much
the
crowd
Braum.
control, even with this little 3-man stack, but the unbreakable from Braum enough to keep himself and his
Echo
little
looking for a
rat buddy
flank.
alive.
He's looking to engage on this. He has the proto belt stun. Wasn't
Oh,
quite there. They flashed away from it. Jumps
Root
back in
from
time.
Zyra just kept him just barely out of range.
Wait, Camille going
of
in for the
stun.
1v3.
Wait a minute.
Zoning them now. Oh, flashes away. Leap strike now used defensively as well from...
The
what?
proto belt.
The turn!
Turn the
Switch is
kill
able
around.
to get the kill onto the Camille just before dying himself. This is so messy!
No Rage Blade yet on Varus, so auto-attacking the Twitch doesn't pick him up just before Camille gets taken down, but right afterwards it's traded out. 5 kills to 6, only about 1,000 gold between these two teams, despite the 2 turret advantage. Yeah, this is definitely different to last game.
How is there only like a 1k gold lead, man? There's been so much fighting. It's been so even across the board. Like the gold spread right now, you can see which lanes are ahead, but the power's not really like on any single target that will just be able to completely take this game away.
Take a quick screenshot of the Twitch chat, so when I get Farming Simulator, I know what I'm doing. Thanks for the tips there.
Yeah.
Do they have a Nasus tractor though? Because I mean that's kind of useful. Nasus though, we've seen him picked a couple of times. We saw him played. The plebs were playing him in one of their little scrimsies yesterday. Not been picked up today. Not seen him in picks or bans.
I don't like it. I think it's a bit greedy. So I'm happy if I don't see it. Also, no one's a fan of, you know, just press Q on minions and then press Wither and fight. It's not the most entertaining thing to see. So, Xinjiao...
I'd much rather see an Aftershock Camille getting tower dived by a Jax.
Yeah.
He just stands in tower range after he gets the
Doesn't
kill and
care.
dies to it. That's what I like to see. Dignitas versus Renegades all over again. Here there's Zac warming himself up for a stretching
Chains
strike.
onto the Braum. They're going to try and lock him up. Ultimatum
Exactly,
does
ultimatum
get him.
committed.
Hero's entrance was a...
Shentang is
weirdly
going so
positioned.
deep, but okay.
He's Echo. He's Echo, my dude. He's going to be able to just hop back in time, get out of there. Takes a little bit of trade
Literally
damage.
better than Jensen because he remembers
Wait,
to press R.
Jack's now
Jack
tagging on
just
the back
pops in
line.
from the side. We thought the fight was over.
Zac follows
but
that through.
God,
Let's bounce. It catches the switch. Xin Zhao's diving onto the back line as well as the AD carries are going to be dropping. No! Is the poison there? No, he had the heal.
Oh no, the Triumph heal keeping Send alive.
My god, it's so messy. This is brilliant.
This is so back and forth as people disengage and
What, is
re-engage,
Echo
and
looking
then someone
for-
comes in with a flank. He's doing it again. Chentang. Wait. Okay. Alrighty.
Another KS. Oh, okay, well, Ginsu's a Rage Blade. He's picked up by the Varus. He's going to be working on his next item. Twitch, he does have the Ruinons, but no Infinity Edge yet, so he won't be massively impactful quite yet. Phage. picked up by
These
Jin.
fights are hectic. They are messy. They are all over the place, but they are going in the way of Grey Warwick. They've opened up that gold lead to about 4,000 now. In the space of the last 2 minutes, an extra 3,000 gold going their way. Galio, second item completed. Rod of Ages fully stacked. He has a Zhonya's. He's got himself 4 kills this game.
The only issue is, like, Jax can't 1v5 quite yet. They're definitely not completely out of it, you know. These fights could easily be swayed in their favor again. But...
has been finding flanks and finding his way onto the back line. In the last fight, he almost was able to get the kill on Send early on in that fight, but just wasn't able to find the rundown and just decided to get himself out of there with the chrono break before he got...
Oh, he tagged
picked
him whilst
up
it was invisible. Chain to corruption. My god, that was beautiful.
Back bans
forced
incoming.
to jump away. Let's
Wait,
bounce.
Let's Bounce went the wrong way?
No. He was throwing him back towards his team so we could hop away.
Okay,
That's
just
fine.
like, okay, you know
It was
what? You
calculated.
take this guy back. It's fine.
Yeah, you can have him. Wow, that was so clean.
Warm my crops. I don't warm my crops. Do you warm crops? So, okay, sounds like an interesting game. I've got a lot to learn about farming, I guess. Only level, what, 48 on RuneScape? Iron Man, by the way.
And
Got a long way to go.
2 and 5 now for
2 and
Twitch.
5 Twitch. Yeah, getting caught out. While he was invisible, the sweeper MVP can show the little outline, the red silhouette. Varus takes taken down to half health as Braum aggroes the Baron while he's clearing out a ward.
Camille was able to sneak a tower. Oh, I think the blue buff was meant to go to Galio there. That's fine. That's okay.
We've seen a lot of blue buffs not going to the people who are supposed to get them this game.
It's all good. Zach uses mana, so it's fine. Oh,
he
wait.
gets the cooldown reduction at least.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good, guys.
Gonna need him when these fights are going on for so long, and then as soon as one finishes, another one starts.
Exactly. So how do Bristol recover here? What do they need to do to start turning these fights in their favor?
Well, for one thing, they need to not fight until Twitch gets some items. Jax needs a couple more items before, like you say, he starts 1v5ing. This is good. Jax wins the 1v1 against Camille, so finding that
Teleports are both available as well.
in their favor.
Nobody's built Banner of Command.
This game is, as I've said, the polar opposite of the previous game. Previous game, we saw 2 tiers of the Goddess built on the red side, and no real aggression to try and fight them off before the scaling comes through. But this time, with the Twitch in the bottom lane, the Jax in top lane, how can they scale when they have to team fight every literally 40 seconds? There's no farming going on, no gold increases apart from just kills. Every now and then a tower goes down. 5 now picked up for the Grey Warwicks. Only 1 standing outside the base.
No.
Elastic slingshot, not charged.
I'm still waiting for this Xin Zhao.
I think it's a little weird that when Zac uses his stretching strike and it locks onto someone, it's not his arm anymore. It comes out of like his face, so it's like he's just licked them. Yeah.
Honestly, I've never looked at his model when he.
Yeah, I just spotted it there. Maybe it's just the pink skin that makes it look weird. But it's like he's doing a Tom Kench cosplay, just licking on people.
Jax. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, he cancelled the hook shot. Tower dive V2. Here we go.
She doesn't
Leap strike up in a couple seconds, and that's it. Cancelled the hook shot with a counter strike. That timing was delicious. And that's going to be the second turret of the game. Jax claims that one.
And that's nasty.
Now he's pushing onto the base, even drawing Galio down. Maybe it's going to have to be Galio that gets sent to try and deal with it, because Camille just can't at this point.
Switching over, they're going to start off this
Teleport
Baron.
from Jax actually going onto the Baron, so...
Teleport also being channeled by the Galio. They're looking for the engage. Only tags onto the Braum.
5 seconds on Camille. She has teleport available, but nothing to teleport to. Maybe a Zyra plant.
They dropped the aggro. Oh no, Jax went a bit too far forwards. Teleport now coming in.
Flashes away from the stun.
Chen Tang is super deep. Is able to escape from that one. Zac was buying some time for the rest of his team to get into this fight. Now Jumping Dude is going to be chased down by 2 members.
Kerberos might have found someone who he can actually fight.
Come on, dude.
That team fight goes the way of Warwick. 3 kills picked up for 0. Might become 4 as Twitch gets caught out recalling.
Yeah.
Can't do much against Galio. Gets smashed into the ground.
That's going to be a free Baron. I think Echo looking to see if he can do anything, but a bit too late to the party. This is a difficult one now for Bristol. Warwick, they're smashing it. Other than the top lane, they're smashing it. 7-0-3 on this Galio.
Yeah, that is really the only way that I can see this going the way of Bristol is if Jax just continues the beat down onto Camille, who has a Ravenous Hydra, I guess. If he can continue smashing that lane into the ground, maybe pick himself up some more turrets, maybe just push in, force some people to come and deal with him. just take away some of the potential for the engage in the 4-man. Because even without Camille, right, they've still got the Zac. They've still got the Hero's Entrance. They've got the Chains of Corruption. They've got the Strangle Thorns. They have all they need to teamfight, even without Camille. Whereas on the side of Bristol, without Jax, they just don't have the damage to teamfight, really. Twitch does now have his Infinity Edge picked up, but whether or not that'll be enough.
What?
Chentang. Okay, well, Camille pressed a button or something.
The second use of Precision Protocol timed perfectly with the Trinity Force proc decimated him. He didn't want to use the time jump there because, of course, the Hextech Ultimatum locked him in place. But honestly, like, that was
the
disgusting.
Bannon minion. It was Zac the whole time. It was him. And they've got the Banner of Command and the turret's dead. That's it. Spray and Pray not going to find it. This time they're actually protecting their Bannon minions a little bit differently to what we saw last game where people would just let them die. This time tanks are standing in front of it. And it's going to get them a free inhib as well. Walking away. The fade away. Minion just gets the last splat on the tower. Inhib in the bottom lane. 7,000 gold lead now for Warwick's.
Yeah, like, you could maybe say, hey, look, they got the redeeming factor of having the 2 dragons, but they're oceans. Like, maybe if they're infernals, then it'd be kind of okay, but even then, like, they're so far behind.
Jumping dude now, even getting half health. Kerberos dealing some damage to everyone who isn't Jax, so I mean, he's happy if he can find the picks.
Looking for the engage, didn't find it. But they're going to get the inhib anyway.
The inhibitor. So they take that for free. Second one now picked up. Morello Nomicon on Zyra. That's what I like to see. None of this bloody Banner of Command, Locket, Redemption. I'm a full tank mages and support. Anthony, if you're watching, take notes, please. Don't want to see Soraka ever again. Thank you very much. This is the new game. This is how you win.
Yep. The Xin Zhao, has it done anything this game?
It's built towards the Trinity Force. Doesn't have it 30 minutes into the game. Doesn't have 2 items 30 minutes into the game. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a no on that one. Wasn't able to find the jewels in the early game in the Zac's jungle as I was getting that earlier. Wasn't able to find anything. Any way to keep Zax down before he can start getting the extended range on the elastic slingshot and find the gank paths. Just couldn't do it. Now does have Trinity Force complete. 29 minutes.
Again, another banner minion in the top lane.
The only place left on the map where towers are alive other than the Nexus. This time, no Baron on the cannon minion. So, only just a banner. So that one's not going to have the safety of staying about a 3,000 range away. Chentang tickling at Zac.
Close now, they're engaging on this. Counter-Strike does get the stun off. Hero's Entrance is coming through as Chentang's looking to dive onto the backline. Does get the Chains of Corruption onto him. He will jump back though as his teammates are falling apart. Does get the Zac passive, but that doesn't matter. Jack's trying to deal with the minions firing away on the Nexus Tower right now. Camille likes her chances. Hextech Ultimatum onto him, but he can just slightly stand in the base. The Precision Protocol again shreds through him. Twitch is doing nothing to these tanks. And that's going to be it as they get the final tower that they need before this Nexus.
In the jungle. It was like a trampoline.
Jax is looking to go in onto this backline. He gets the shutdown onto the barracks, but will he be able to go for the 1v4? He does have the support of his Twitch, so they might actually be able to do it, and they do. But the minions. Damn.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Consolation prize, the triple kill for Super Greer. Boy, this game has been way hectic. Almost a kill a minute. Not actually, are we a kill a minute? We are actually exactly a kill a minute at this point. But that fight in the jungle, that was just all of the crowd control, the disengage and re-engage from the Grey Warwicks. They tried to find a pick onto Zac, walked into a strangle thorns from Zyra, got knocked up once. Hero's Entrance, knocked up again. Let's Bounce, knocked up again. Elastic Slingshot, knocked up again. all on top of a chains of corruption. It's honestly a surprise that Jax was able to make it out of there alive. Xin Zhao and Braum not so lucky as they were taken down, but able to defend the base and hold on for just for the moment. Likely not going to be lasting too much longer, though.
Baron, it's up in less than a minute now. They're just, honestly, they could just wait for that. Take it. I don't expect a steal to realistically happen. If they ever get close to try and go for it, blue team will just be able to dive onto them, get that easy pick off, and then they've got the 5v4 situation, which just allows them to run at the Nexus. But we might see a fight before that Baron shows up. Or not, just going to back away from each other. That's all good. Caps test. You don't need to bully Nightbot, my man. I'm ready. Baron buff should melt. I mean, like, everyone on this team does so much damage to it. Even the support.
Yeah.
Percentage health damage from the Zac. You know, this is going to be good.
Yeah, we've got the 3 items on Varus. Wit's End. Blade of the Ruined King for the percentage health damage as well. So Baron not going to be living too long in these fights. The only hope...
Wait, the back door from Camille.
Oh, just kidding, as Kerberos decides, you know what, I've lost some fights this game, I don't want to do it anymore. She's just going to go and, like, end the game. Oh, that was... Okay. Alright.
The cheese victory!
Well...
Fair game, okay.
Huh. Right. So... Kerberos gets tower dived pretty much repeatedly over and over again from practically level 2. And then he's like, well, no more towers to dive, so I guess I'll just go and end the game. Just goes and kicks the Nexus until it explodes. That's one way to do it, I suppose.
Alright, I'm just waiting for it to give me the damage graph so we can have a look at who was the stand-up player. Oh, surprisingly, it was both the top laners. I guess they were constantly fighting.
Yeah, that makes sense. They were just bashing each other around. Everyone else was dead for most of the game because there was just constant team fighting, so they didn't get a chance to hit each other.
Twitch, I mean, he hit the 3-item spike towards the end there, but it was just too late.
Yeah, he picked up a triple kill, but lost all of his towers for it. Actually, with the Phantom Dancer. That's really not ideal to have on your hyper-scaling late-game AD carry. Not really that it mattered anyway.
So if we take a look at the bracket now. Wait. Okay, so LU gonna give it to you, lose to the Genitals. I have to be careful when saying that team name. Dankchester Duckies lost to Bang on Nashes.
You could always call them the old school name of the...
Out of Manchester.
Out of Manchester, that's the one.
The game lobby's full. Get someone to go into spectate, my dude. Go Heroic, as we just saw. They beat out Bristol. And Don't At Me versus the Boys apparently is still ongoing right now. So the first semi-finals matchup we're going to see is Genitals versus Bang on Nashes. And the Grey Warwick will face off against Don't At Me or the Boys, depending on who ends up winning that game. I believe we're now going to be spectating Genitals versus Bang on Nashes. Oh, and as I say that, the Boys take the victory. Drop them the link. There it is.
There you go. Drop to the link in chat. Guy wants me on his friends list. What can I say? So, we're in the lobby. We're just going to take a little 5 minutes, get ourselves some water, take ourselves a quick whiz, and then we'll get back for the next game. Speaking for myself there, I don't know about Ollie, what he does in his spare time when we're on the breaks. Don't really want to know, but if there's one way to find out, is to take a break. Leave your webcam on, Ollie. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
I don't have my webcam. Okay, be right back.
Batman's story
And we're back. And we are going to be watching Manchester versus Bangor in this semi-finals match. Neither of these teams have been on this stream thus far, as far as I'm aware.
No, the out of Manchester old school boys. You'll remember them from the first Manchester Invitational that we did up against the Bangor Nashers, the team that first rounded Daddy's Angels. So that's my university team. This channel's university team. They got first rounded by the Bangor Nashers. So hopefully we'll see good things out of them, and this game will end up being the best, most spiciest thing to ever be shown on this channel since Morgan played Five Nights at Freddy's, screamed and started swearing at what? Inanimate objects, robots, whatever they are. Some good stuff. So,
no, the spiciest thing was that the previous game I did.
Oh, that's true. That one was That's pretty hot. Some hot stuff. Bit of Tabasco sauce seasoning thrown on that one, but hopefully, what do you think? Are we hoping that this one will be as much of a fiesta, or this one will be a little bit more, controlled level of gameplay?
So, Genitals, or the Manchester team, were not only able to take down plebs, but also LU gon' give it to you, and in a timely manner. For some reason, I don't know what they've done, but they have some. I think they have some cheese prepared.
I mean,
and I'm ready to see it, and this could be spicy.
Who's really impressed by beating plebs these days? Who even are they?
Yeah, but LU gonna give it to you. They're like 8-1 in the new standings. So.
That is true. So they've had good performances. We've not seen any of them, unfortunately, but maybe we'll have some funky picks prepared. We've seen some wins picked up in this tournament through, a bit of cheese. On the opposite side of the bracket, the Boys, the University of York, they took out Don't At Me, that's the team from Derby, who were able to beat Hertfordshire in their first round. So they are going to be moving through. So it's the Boys against Grey Warwick, who we saw picking up the victory in the last game. As a reminder, this bracket is single elimination. So every team who is out of their game, who lost their game, is now out of the tournament. Going into the semi-finals games, the winner of both semi-finals games moves on to the finals, and they both advance to the live finals to be held at the live event, Media City UK in Salford, hosting it at my hometown university, Reppin. So that's going to be 17th and 18th of March. We've got a whole day for League of Lego, and then we've got a day on the Sunday for Counter-Strike and Overwatch. We've got alternative streams going on for Counter-Strike and Overwatch, if they're the games you'd rather watch as well. We've got UOM Esports. On the front page of Twitch, they're hosting the Overwatch at the moment, so if you want to watch some of that, change a single letter in your URL, or just open a new tab. And we've got KOTN CSGO, King of the North CSGO. They're doing Counter-Strike right at this point. We've got a whole range of games that we're playing today, and in about 2 weeks' time, we're going to have the live tournament. We're going to be there. We're going to be wearing our matching shirts and tutus and all that funky stuff. We're going to be casting games. There's going to be all kinds of stuff to do. It's going to be good stuff. So, this game, Bangor Nashers, out of Bangor, against out of Manchester, Jenna Tolls, University of Manchester team. We've got a provisional rank.
That doesn't mean anything.
Right. I could be anything, but we've got a master tier in the bottom lane.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think not a single team that played in the previous qualifier is in these semi-finals. I think these are all new teams that didn't play last week.
See who was in last week. There was Bit.ly, and who was the other team that got knocked out in semis last week?
Plebs? No, not plebs.
The other ones. Let me just change one letter in this URL.
Yeah.
It was team name not found. Are they even in it this week? I don't think they're even in.
I think we're all ready to go.
So, winner of this game advances to semi-finals. Loser of this game, I would say goes home, but they're playing from home, so I guess goes back to solo queue, maybe? Maybe goes to the kitchen, gets a drink, something like that. It's Saturday, they can do what they want. Might even go and watch Black Panther at the cinema or some funky stuff like that. But, for now, thinking about picks and bans, we've seen target bans usually prioritized over the strong meta picks. Looks like that might be the game plan here, as Skarner taken out.
I'm okay with that, I guess. I'm not as okay with the Lulu. I believe Pure Kitchen, the support, who was the master tier player, I think they're like a Janna Lulu main from what I've heard. So, although I'm not a fan of banning Lulu in this current meta, it is a target pick, so I'm fine with that.
Oh, and just as a little heads up, over on the UOM esports channel for the Overwatch King of the North qualifiers, sitting on about 1,500 viewers right now. So, I mean, if they want to donate some, I'm cool with it.
Lovely. All right.
So, Gangplank taken out. No more Tom Kench this game.
The Scion.
Zaya
The Scion got left out.
go out, and that's it. Tristana got left up as well. We've seen her banned pretty much every game, but
These picks are going too fast.
Power picks. Scion, top lane likely for Silver Fail. I might see the Arcane Comet. Depends on the matchup. He had the Glacial Augment last time we saw him up against the Maokai. It went okay. But Tristana in the bottom lane, super strong pick. Good pressure in lanes, good pushing, takes down towers quickly, and good team fighting, scales up nicely later on into the game.
There's that.
Jarvan got some nice engage, but Janna might be able to say no thanks and get him out of there. We've seen Janna banned once or twice through all these tournaments.
Yeah, typically you get rid of it when you're planning on the wombo combo.
And once again, Zac priority.
That's good. I mean, you took the Janna, and then you picked the Zac as well. That's one of the counters. Alistair is still on the table, though. I'd like to see that get locked in. That's going to be the Nami.
Yeah, the jungler was already locked in for the opposite side, so just making sure that the Zac isn't banned away from them there and picking that one up.
I want to see
we're
some
at this
jungle
point.
bans.
We're at this point. It might be. It's difficult. There's AD carry and jungle still left to pick up for the University of Manchester. So looks like they're targeting out the AD carry role as Varus is taken out.
I think you can get rid of a Sejuani. You can get rid of. Oh wait, completely ignore me. Zac's already been picked. Completely ignore me.
That is true. Well, both solo laners still left to pick for
Rise.
Bangor University. So Rai is going to be banned.
That's the first time we've seen that today as a ban, which honestly is surprising. It's so powerful right now.
Twitch will be the last ban. So potentially a Cogmore, maybe Ezreal again. Might see something even more interesting. A Jhin was hovered before, but I don't know. Talked about Ashe, maybe the vision control being a bit useful. We'll have to see what the pick is for Nicey. Maybe a Draven. Who even knows?
Could be the Cogmore.
And the final ban will be Camille. So one champion taken away from each solo lane by the University of Manchester. It's going to be Jace locked in to go up against the Scion. I can see it. It's trying to get some bullying going on in the lane, but if Scion takes Arcane Comet, uses the roar of the Slayer, he can actually do some pretty hefty damage to a squishy champion like Jace in the top lane.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. Jace usually bullies on like top laners.
Sivir locked in.
Oh, okay, good. I'm liking the Sivir. I really want to see how it can actually perform on this patch.
Is that a new?
I wouldn't be shocked.
I would be shocked considering it's a mid laner that they need.
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I would be shocked. Yeah, take it back.
Corki's still available.
Lucian?
One thing that we've seen banned out quite a lot.
Victor.
It's going to be Victor. KSV Crown X, big fan of Victor. Back when his name was SSG Crown X, before the actual Crown changed teams.
Yeah. Fanboy, is it?
He is, yeah. So, playing the Victor in the mid lane.
You know what could be spicy? It could be a Jace mid. It could be.
That's true.
I don't think it will be, but it could be. How does that...
But
yeah.
Looks like it won't be, as Brand is the lock-in. Jace might be okay at clearing out the Bannon minions with the long-range physical damage from the Shock Blast. Possibly might be somewhat of an answer there. I still think Sivir is probably the best at dealing with it, outside of just repositioning them. But it's pretty similar, right? Zac Scion is somewhat similar to a Zac Galio, where there's a whole lot of crowd control. Not a lot of it is cleansable or QSSable. So the only way to really avoid a gank in that lane is to just not get hit by anything. With the slows that can fairly easily come out with the Roar of the Slayer. The hitbox not yet been changed. Could be difficult for Jace to keep himself alive should Toy Soldier Ari on Zac show up and try and make an impact in the top lane onto this squishy champion in the top.
We are just hoping that this won't be an NA Jace. That wouldn't be fun to watch for anyone.
KR Jace, please.
Yes. How does Europe usually do on Jace? Or do they just not pick it?
I mean, I think they usually just don't do Jace, right? Wait a minute. Is that Pac-Man Prodigy? The Five Nights at Freddy's mastermind?
Shock. Is that the legendary saga? I should set up like a Nightbot command for the casters. Whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, a bit of a homonym there. Saga and legend is kind of the same deal, but whatevs.
Massive legend here.
I suppose we could plug the sponsors, but since we're not on the UOM esports channel, we're not taking ourselves that seriously. But we'll shout them out. We're on Twitch, obviously. That's where you are. You're watching us here on Twitch. We're sponsored by Newell as well. King of the North tournament run by University of Manchester in partnership with University of Salford. Esports societies coming together. We've stole a guy from Kiel as well. He's over here talking about games.
Let me screenshot that. Alright, there we go. I got the snipping tool. Everyone's calling me an all-round nice guy, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, but...
And it's definitely not a meme.
You're all right at everything except 1v1s, right?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
They don't play Jace.
Don't worry about it. Tom Kench was banned out. No Tarek picks, so you can't lose to any supports in 1v1s of this game.
Come on.
So another minute or so. Unlikely, I think, to see any real level 1 aggression. Neither team has the perfect level 1.
Unless you get like a spicy bubble. But then again, of course...
Either that, I think she'd be starting with the ebb and flow, the
exactly.
W. Maybe if Sion can somehow get into a bush and just have the entire team walk into a fully charged decimating smash. But even then, he's going to start Roar of the Slayer, most likely. So really just going to be defensive, I would assume, at level 1. Maybe covering entrances. Maybe someone will group up and try and get some deep vision. Try and find out where Zac or Jarvan are starting. Because both junglers capable of getting some early game plays done. Level 2 ganks, not out of the question.
I'm not expecting a massive amount of banners this game. You
could easily get one on Sion. We talked about
Sion and Zac
build path.
perfectly fine. And then Jarvan across the board, I guess.
Jarvan
but that
potentially.
after that, not a massive fan of building on any of the
definitely
other
don't want it on
champions.
Jace. Maybe Nami, possibly, but again, Ardent Sensor, Athenes and Holy Grail maybe would even be things that you'd be looking to pick up first on the Nami. So if you do get it, it'll be late on into the game.
Too many people logged into one account. That's what I say.
Uh-oh.
Confirmed on stream.
So it will be the Comet on Sion this game. No
Good.
Glacial Augment. So he's actually going to be able to fight back against Jace a little bit. Jace with the Summon Airy. As does Brand as the Summon Airy as well. So fun stuff.
Let's
Fleet Footwork Victor
yeah.
is a thing that people have started doing. Purely based off, you get the extra move speed from the upgraded Q already. Gives you a little bit of sustain, but it just makes you able to run people down with the Chaos Storm moving faster if you're closer to it. Look at this. We might actually see something at level 1.
The only downside of taking that fleet footwork is the attack speed, which you don't really need. It's just a stat that you'd prefer to be replaced with, I don't know, some AP or something. Just anything else would be preferred. But either way, the runes, they work so well for him.
Bit of an emote off in the mid lane. Bush, waiting for someone to overextend, maybe go to place a ward, but All the pings going onto Brand, who just stands at his tower. Inadvertently keeps himself safe from what would have been certain death walking into that bush.
So, neither... Oh, yep, appreciate the pings, thank you. Neither team's going to know where the junglers are going to start directly. You will have to guess based off of the leashes, but obviously you can do false leashes. Jarvan...
Like neither team going to bother with that
Yeah.
funky jazz, though. Jarvan just going to solo out his red buff at level 1.
Okay, Jarvan, they're not going to know where he is, basically. And they should have an idea of where the Zac is. So if Jarvan does want to go and try and steal away a blue buff or something, I wouldn't be shocked by it. I do believe he has the superior early skirmishing ability.
I think Tristana and Nami showed in the lane just about a second after their minion wave, so they could probably infer from that knowledge that Jarvan started off on the top side.
Yeah.
For an aggressive jungle path, just going straight from buff to buff, not taking any of his smaller camps. Might be looking to take the Rift Scuttler, try and get himself level 3, or might just be going, goes for the Gromp actually, but might be trying to find something early on this bottom side of the map.
Jace got an excellent trade-off. He got the level 2 well before the Scion could, and just unloaded all of his abilities into his face. Good dodge on the bubble from Janna. So,
another one.
I think Red Team should have the advantage in this lane. I think Janna and Sivir is just so passive. They will probably just be forced under turret. Bubble!
Flash forwards.
Got the red buff
for the
slow.
gank.
Yep. Counter gank going off in the top lane.
How can he get away? He doesn't. And that's Jace taken down.
I'm not sure how I feel about Scion using his flash there. I think the Jace was dead regardless, but either way, securing that kill, excellent. Excellent gank, honestly. Jarvan might be looking for a peak gank though, but it is warded up, so they should be able to spot this coming.
3 of the 4 summoner spells burnt for the Manchester side's bottom lane. No healing available left through potions. So this is where the Nami can start to just waddle up and start whittling down some health bars. It's gonna stick.
Alright, so in chat, yeah, this is where the Jace deaths begin. Having a start like this is super unfortunate for him. I think, honestly, it was a bit greedy, him being so far shoved up when you're aware that Zac can take such a weird ganking route due to the range on his elastic slingshot. You have to play in a position where he can't get that engage onto you. We see him maybe looking for an engage in the mid lane, but Brand's not stepping far forward enough.
Just starting to build himself up a bit of an advantage as well. Ooh. Top lane, he was poking out under the tower. Zac tries to find something on Ragnar in the mid lane, but gets himself out of there safely. Doesn't have to use any summoner spells, but look, he's still going for trades in the top lane. Actually cancels out the decimating smash.
That's good.
Nicely done.
That's really well played by him. Level down though.
Not
couple
really
CS
got
down.
enough mana to go for any further extended trades in there. Scion just gonna recall, pick himself up a Glacial Shroud and just walk back to lane. Not gonna save the teleport. Still has the advantage if anything does start going south in the bottom lane quickly. He can teleport down there. Jace still not able to do that. His teleport on cooldown from after his little death, little accident at work or at home. Claimed the PPI, teleported back to lane.
What? Okay. That's all good. Okay. So again, we talked about it. This bot lane should be red side favored.
Jarvan's looking for the repeat.
Oh, this could be a risky dive.
Oh my!
Bubble
they cancelled
does get
everything.
spell shielded. Damage is going down onto the Sivir though. The tanking of the tower from Jarvan means he does die. Teleport gets cancelled, but Salty Queen is in a good position.
Tornado, the Howling Gale, cancelled out the rocket jump from Tristana. So the damage wasn't there quickly enough. Janna managing to pick herself up a kill on Jarvan. Nami getting out on slivers of health. Does end up as a 1-for-1 though, but Tristana's the one that gets the kill. Could argue it's favored there.
Yeah, you want the Sivir behind as much as possible, so I guess it's fine. Tristana got the kill, and that's good. You know, get her as far ahead as possible. Sure.
Has almost 2,000 gold to go back on now, so the Bangor bot lane gonna pick themselves up some items and look to start dominating this lane as much as they possibly can. See what Tristana picks up. Maybe the BF sword, might go for the Zeal first. I'd probably prefer just going for the flat damage, and that's what they opt in for. BF sword gets the boots as well. Unstoppable Onslaught gonna land a Zax here as well.
Yeah, this is nasty. Jace doesn't have the flash yet. They probably have it
He
timed.
actually isn't taking that much damage though, and he
Great
rolls.
sidestep on the decimating smash.
Yeah, let's just get himself out. No flash was available, so well played to get himself out of there alive. The Chaos Storm starting to take down the damage, but Crown stuck in a weird spot.
This
Three
Jarvan-
people on him, finds a good flash, and actually might just be able to walk out.
Jarvan was only level 4 there, so he took a
Oh,
lot
never
of
mind, and
damage.
a flash stun. Ragnar finds him.
Well played. Zach, I guess he repeat yanked in the top lane.
Yeah, the Jace Death Spree Part 2 gonna be traded out for an Infernal Drake as the bottom lane collapse onto Crown works out in their favor.
This could be risky if...
Ragnar, level 6. Didn't you have to use the ult to pick up that kill? So might just come in and drop it on these two tanks. No level 6. Was that
Teleport's
good
not
sidestep?
quite there for the Jace. They could...
Jace is too far out of range to really get involved, and Sion just doesn't seem to care
has no
about the
mana.
Brand's damage. The Ignite's going to come through, re-engaged, gets one kill, but now the Sion's Glory and Death passive.
They'll be able to trade that kill. I defended the turret, but still he died. You know, I'm not a fan. If you die, it's not
Maybe
great.
just went in and committed a little too early. Jace wasn't quite past his first inner
Yeah.
turret yet, so wasn't able to get in range to get involved in the fight.
Victor able to shove out that mid lane, gonna go clear out some wards for himself.
On the bright side, not going to lose out on too many minions as Brand is already making his way back. Victor didn't push the wave all the way to the turret to fully punish. So at worst, it's just going to even up the CS differential in the mid lane, but giving another kill to Sion, who's already getting a bit of an advantage in the top lane, looking for a Frozen Heart as his first item.
Haunting
Oh,
guys on the brand is his first item. How's... Honestly, I've not seen anyone do that since it's changed. It doesn't have the flat magic penetration on it anymore, so I'm not too sure how fond I am of that.
assuming He's probably read the patch notes, but if he hasn't, then that's a big whoopsie. Maybe the Oblivion Orb first item would be the
yeah.
equivalent, right? But
I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sure someone's done the maths somewhere. Maybe there's like a brand main
I think
subreddit that worked out. But
Lost Chapter would probably be a better pickup.
yeah, Luden's wouldn't be a bad item, to be honest. Either way, yeah, he's
Might see it
he's gonna
picked up
build
as
it.
a second item. Maybe he just hasn't read the patch notes and is still going for the old school brand build.
Somehow.
That's a long range engage. But he's got nothing else to connect the stretching
to
strike
tag him
to.
with.
So
Oh,
just
the blasting
blast
cone.
himself away.
That's not too good. Chaos Storm down onto
Oh,
this
bubble over
Jarvan,
the
gets the
wall.
double Cataclysm. Wait, Capex just jumped over the wall onto the team. Spell Shield's going to absorb that. Ragnar picks up the kill onto the Victor. Charge from Sion is going to get the brand.
Brand down, no way out. You might
the-
need to fast
the
forward a
2
couple
for
of
1.
seconds.
Probably, yeah. Did pause earlier. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? There we go.
So a bit of a skirmish
Oh, no.
again in the mid lane. They could maybe have got the kill onto Nicey. He was low health. But the Buster Shot came out a little too early from Tristana. Wasn't able to get the last auto attack to pop that Sivir out of the fight. Still,
it was a good spell shield as well onto explosive charge. That would have finished him in most cases. So that was good, keeping himself alive. CS now being tied up in that bot lane, because I was going to mention that the Sivir for some reason had like a 10 CS advantage, which seemed a little bit weird considering how it had gone in the early lane. Sion having a blast at that turret in the top lane though. That's not too good.
Forcing the Brand to come up and defend the top lane tower because Jace is recalled.
Yeah.
You give Crown a bit of time to just push in the mid lane, but Jarvan's there to keep his turrets safe. Look at the damage. That's an Arcane Comet proc from Aurora of the Slayer. Few of those onto Jace, and he's going to be struggling. But Bilgewater Cutlass is going to be his first pickup, so he has some lifesteal to sustain through it.
The Bork first item, I played it quite a bit. I do like it against the tank, but it feels so bad building this item until it's completed.
The problem is, Sion isn't really building health. Yeah, he gets some passively from the Soul Furnace every time he kills a minion, but he just has too much armor to really care about Jace's damage. Maybe a tower shot might take him a little bit out of the equation. But he kind of just keeps pushing in the minion waves and just trying to get chip damage down on the tower. One
notable ability that Jace has to trade with this Sion is, of course, the Thundering Blow, which would be his melee E. That does, I believe,
cancels the decimating
it cancels the decimating smash, but it's also % health magic damage, as far as I'm aware. So that counters his build of rushing that armor. That is a key ability in those
Problem
trades.
is, his next item is going to be a Spectre's Cowl. So even if he gets a bad trade,
mid lane,
it's not going to be
Crown.
too bad, but
Oh my god, the perfect flash onto the Cataclysm. Let's bounce. Pulls the Brand not over the wall. It's just looking for a Zac escape. Classic slingshot. Doesn't go the full range. Does get tagged by the stun. Should be able to walk away from this one.
Passive. Will it do the damage though? Probably has the fully stacked Haunting guys, but Janna just shows up and presses a shield. Zac is fine. A-okay. Gonna recall. Gets out of there alive.
Now red team looking to put some hurt onto this tower. Sivir is firing away in the bot lane though for free, so they might have to make the rotation onto her.
I wonder they're going for it.
She'll be able to escape.
Sticking around a little too long, but no Cataclysm there to lock her up in place. Will be able to get under her own tower, but there's 4 people hunting her down.
Yeah,
on the
full
hunt dropped. Okay.
So if we look in this top lane, Sion is slowly whittling away at this tower. Jace keeps going for the trades onto him, but he's running out of mana now, so I think very shortly we'll see that top tower fall. I think Jace won't be able to defend it this time round. Tries to clear out the minion wave.
If he sticks around, Sion kills the tower. He just turns around and kills Jace, right? Surely.
Oh, pop
So
down.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Yep.
Yeah, well, he forces the flash out. Decimating smash nicely.
He might be able to get this. Sion has the flash.
Soul Furnace, that's the...
He didn't even need it.
Soul Furnace, the shield damage. Used the unstoppable onslaught. Forced the flash away from the decimating smash.
Yeah, Jace.
Repositioned, found a good Roar of the Slayer, and chased him down with a Soul Furnace.
Definitely greeding to stay under that tower there. That did not need to happen. We are seeing an NA Jace, unfortunately. 0-3-0.
He gets absolutely Sioned in the top lane. Just ignored as Sion walks past, finishes off the tower, and then kills
Presses
by the tank.
E. Teleport being channeled onto this Infernal Drake. Obviously, this is a priority target. We're going to see fight breaking out now. Jarvan getting kind of low.
Oh, kind of wandering
Zoning
next to
tidal wave?
That's
going to be fine. Blue team will be able to pick up this dragon by the looks of
but it's just
things.
a mid laner's 1v1 going on that's completely disconnected.
Jace is just diving onto that Janna. Forces the Monsoon out. Jarvan's looking for it. The early smite. Blue team, they're going to pick up the Infernal Drake, which makes it 1-for-1 now.
Yeah,
That
this
would have
game's
been.
getting a little bit
Yeah.
swifty. 4,500 gold now for the out of Manchester is the advantage. Infernal Drake as well picked up. Evened up. Both teams now having the Infernal Drake, so no raw stats advantage coming out from any of these aggressive items. Only 7 deaths to go on Jace. Till we get that double digits.
There we go. We've now got quite a substantial gold lead at this 16-minute mark. 7 more deaths to go. Twitch chat says, I'm not sure if we'll be able to.
Or anything.
No. I wonder if the game will last long enough.
So
for 7 more
Brand
deaths.
went for the first item, Leandries. I don't think that works anymore.
Yeah.
Really, and not having the same passive that it used to. I mean, maybe with the burn damage, it still counts as being in combat, but you kind of have to blow all of your spells early on to even get the burn damage from the Blaze passive.
Oh no, Jace is tunneled on the tower.
Well, he gets it, but he gets killed for it. 4 deaths down.
That's super unfortunate. Crown's now going to get dove. Manages to dodge the stun from Brand. Jumping forwards, Tristana has the damage here, that's for sure. Going to be able to pick up the kill. Is Java.
That comes from
Let's
miles
bounce.
away.
Pulls him into the tower.
Janna, he got up, but Janna just says, no, get back there.
Nice,
And
he was able to pick
again.
up the first kill. Oh no, he messed up the jump. Over the wall.
Tristana again, Buster shotting fractions of a second too early and saving Janna's life.
Are they going to be able to get this Rift Herald? It was going to
No
despawn in about
contest.
2 minutes time, but yeah. And again, it's already like 3 towers down. They're going to be able to make that into 4. I'm hoping it's either top or mid, so that frees up their space.
Banner of Command's second
drop
item
vision. Ah,
for Zach
yeah.
after the jungle item. Not even getting a war mode, just going straight for it. So, 1 minute, 38 seconds. Baron buff going to be on the table, so might potentially see them just start putting vision down now. Go for an early Baron take. Jace, you said he might be alright at clearing out the waves with the long range, with the shock blast, but at this rate, it's not going to be likely.
Yeah, he's not padded his bonus AD ratios, that's for sure. By building this Bork, I'm expecting to see a second Banner of Command from that Scion as well. So like, if this Baron buff does fall for blue team, then it's probably over. I think it will just be impossible for Bangor to really like come back from it. The gold lead is already difficult to try and deal with, but those minions, nah, it's disgusting. So I want to see specific tunneling on the vision on this top side. Try and you can't let Baron go dark. It's difficult, I get it, to go for these wards. You're a risk of getting picked off, but man, it's...
That being said, Sion's going to the bottom lane as Jace looked like he was
going
maybe
for it.
about to start getting the advantage against Victor,
No.
but the shield...
the 0-5! Ugh.
Halfway there, let's go. And that's going to be Zach just sort of bending over and summoning a Rift Herald.
Man, this is super unfortunate. Let's bounce, doesn't catch him. Headbutts the turret. I don't know what you can do. Manchester are just shredding through this.
The Banner of Command dropped. No Baron buff.
I'm looking
Brand
for
just
the
comes in,
backline
drops the
engage.
ult immediately.
The
Gets 3 stacks on
flashes.
Janna.
The flashes on the Cataclysm this game. They've been on point. This is impressive. Baron's up. I'm ready. I'm ready for a fight to kick off over there. Someone... the recalls are coming through, I think.
Scion now has a banner of command as well. That's 2 for the Out of Mana Chester team.
Static Shiv plus Essence Reaver. Now picked up for Siva.
If I remember correctly, this team knocked out your resident team, the Plebs, from Kiel. And they said it was a similar strategy. Stacking up banner of commands and getting the Baron buff. Look at that, 21.5 minutes. They're going for it. It's not the fastest. But they're here with 5 members. And
yeah, there's no contest on this.
I don't think they even realized. This ping is just now going onto it, but it's already dead.
I'm gonna take this to the top lane.
Maybe just tunnel to try and get the 3rd Infernal Drake. Maybe expected there to be some contest on that, but instead, 21 minutes into the game, the banner minions are back in play. We have one in the top lane.
How do you deal with this?
Quickly it goes. Turret goes down. Getting chunked out already. It's gone. About 4 seconds.
Jace needs to leave the bot lane. He can't be doing this. They need to be using him to deal with this Bannon minion. This is...
2.
Okay, recall's coming out.
3. 4 hits. 4 hits, it's half health. 5 hits.
Oh!
6 hits, it's almost gone down. The turret will fall here.
Janna, they looked for the engage onto her. She just about lived.
Forced the flash away. No Monsoon available. Use that to
Look
secure
at the
Baron,
wave mid lane. Okay, they're going to call for the recalls instead of just rotating, I guess. Janna is low, so wise move. Baron, they've only used 1/3 of it so far. It's up for so much longer. Jace looking to show up in the bot lane again. But he's just going to be forced to recall the second that they show in a lane. Zach just zoning. I'd imagine. Yeah, Jarvan's just easily able to get away from this one. So Zach does have his banner of command right now. Scion looking to engage, tags up the Tristana. The CC is there, and she will get deleted instantly on this fight. As the tower falls as well, they're going to be able to get this Inhib tower. Inhib will fall afterwards as well. Yeah. Jace is still bot lane right now. Zach looking for the engage. Let's bounce. Picks up the brand. Jan is just going to heal her entire team.
That worked. He like flashed out of that in midair. That's interesting. But it looks like Jace is looking to trade an inhibitor turret for
the Nexus.
Well, the entire game really is. Both Nexus turrets have gone down. He's still not recalling. So it looks like this is just going to be out of mana Chester. Finishing off this game, 24 minutes. It's a fast one. And it ain't pretty. But combined in the top lane, 10, 1, and 8 between Silverfail and Toy Soldier Ari. The Scion and Zac, the banner of command boys, doing the work. Only 0 and 5 on the Jace, only halfway there.
And with that victory, they qualify.
In the finals, both today and in the live finals in a couple of weeks' time.
That's it. I wouldn't have expected that whatsoever. This, honestly, I'm shocked. They came into this tournament with a 5-4-0 record, I believe. You said, you told me Dankchester are probably the better of the two Manchester teams, and they've made it. They're in the finals, just like that.
Joke's on you. Dankchester Duckies are knocked out.
Yep.
This is the Out of Manchester, the MMU team.
Whose name we are not going to say.
Well, I mean, we already said it like 58 times. Doesn't matter. Listen, we're not on the UOM stream. We're not on the front page of Twitch with 1,500 viewers, so we can just call them the genitals. That's fine. If anyone has a problem with it, I'll just link them the clip of Morgan playing Five Nights at Freddy's and just yelling out swear words over and over again.
Yeah, that's all good. I think
York versus Kiel on University of Manchester stream and Overwatch right about now. So.
Wait, so that's Underwatch versus Kill Kings, right?
Could be.
Yeah, that will be.
It says up next, but there's no timer on it.
Oh,
so
right. Let me see the online bracket. Overwatch. Hey, yeah. This is the finals. Wait, does that mean Kill have qualified then?
Probably.
Yeah, they did. Escada! Hey, that's good. I'm happy.
Absolutely no bias whatsoever in this chat.
Oh, it's the redemption story, dude. It's so good.
Fortunately, we have literally nothing to be biased about because all of the League of Legends teams from both of our universities were first rounded.
Yeah.
So all that we can do is cheer for the teams that knocked them out in the first round.
Yeah.
Although, so that would be Jenna Tulls, who we just saw win. They qualified for the finals. Dankchester Duckies are out. Bangor Nashes are out. So it looks like we're on the in the Manchester boat. Gonna be up against the winner of Grey Warwick and the Boys. Warwick University.
Boys.
And University of York. York having good shows across the whole tournament. They're in the finals of Overwatch right now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Take a
Good stuff from them, honestly.
CSGO stream on right now. We're against, we got KCL Lions and Rush Mid. Oh, sorry, Ridmush.
Oh, yeah.
Same deal. Whoever that is.
Warwick Stretchy Boys versus Surrey is the other side of the semi-finals.
So Salford's out of that one as well, losing to the Stretchy Boys, it would seem.
How does... I'm confused. If you have a look at the CSGO bracket, why does it say -10 and -20? I don't know. Whatever, that's fine. That's all Gucci. Either way, I think... It's been a good showing today, that's for sure. I've certainly enjoyed these games. Yeah.
The Boys, 21 minutes into their game. We'll have to keep an eye on how that one goes.
Till then, we're gonna take 5 or how long? Not entirely sure.
Could be 5, could be 50. Looking more like a longer one. Looking at the picks they've gone for, to be honest.
Well, we shall see you guys in a little bit. Until then, stick around.
like everything about you.
I like everything about you.
I promised, didn't I? I never broke a promise in my life.
Into the night, wide-eyed and underexposure tonight.
Well, so, Warwick.
A shocking twist of events.
Warwick can't play for these finals, so they're gonna forfeit it and take the bottom seed for the event. And so there's no games to watch now. That's it. We're done. We're done. Just like that.
Officially week 2 champions.
I don't really know what to say. Apparently, there's just no way they could play it. So that is going to be it.
Few people that had to leave, couldn't find the subs, but they do qualify for the live event. So in 2 weeks' time,
Yeah,
Media City, UK, University of Salford's campus. So hopefully none of them will have to leave early for that.
Yeah. No, they say they're fine for the finals.
Good. So the 4 teams for the finals locked in then. 2 from Exeter, 1 from Warwick, and 1 on the home turf in Manchester.
And in order, those would be the Super Duper Truck team. Best
Super
Bottoms,
Duper Truck
I believe
team
they
and
call themselves.
Jenna Tolls will be taking the first seeds from each tournament. Yeah, and then Best Bottoms and Grey Warwick be taking the second seed from each tournament. I think if we're going to be doing cross seeding, it should be Best Bottoms against Jenna Tulls and Grey Warwick against Super Duper Truck Team.
Unless
Would be
it's
the
seeded
first
1,
games.
2, 3, 4, as opposed to 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know.
That would be stupid though, because then you'd be playing against the same teams that you qualified technically against, forfeit notwithstanding. So we'll see how the bracket ends up. 2 weeks time. Till then, guys, to be fair, it's been more than 15 minutes, so the surrender was always an option. That's how the game's gonna end. A satisfying end, right?
No.
I think someone.
I was teased. Ah. Oh man, that just sucks.
Well,
That's just unfortunate.
on the bright
For
side, I
everyone.
have an extra hour before I have to go back to work. So
That's true. That's true. We can thank the sponsors, can't we? Extend the stream as much as possible. Oh god. Shouts to the Newell Twitch and University of Salford, specifically Media City UK. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 will be Super Duper Giant Truck Team, Genitals, Best Bottoms, and Grey Warwick. That's the seeding order. Okay.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, join us on the 17th and 18th of March over at Media City UK. I believe it would be the 17th is the league day, right? Something like that.
Yeah, 17th all day, the Saturday. Sunday, Counter-Strike and Overwatch. Both
Yes.
going to be played.
I'm gonna be there, so come say
What
hi.
do you say, Ollie?
Yeah, I'll sign any signatures
Oh,
if anyone wants them. Yeah.
Since we don't have a finals,
No.
you know what we should do?
What?
Me and you. 1v1. On stream.
Wait, we 1v1.
Should we do it?
Ultimate
Bravery again?
Ultimate Bravery. I maybe? Am I allowed? Do I have permission?
I mean,
Am I gonna get
so
am I gonna get beat over the head though by the Manchester admins? That's it.
I mean, it's not
You-
their stream.
It's not their stream, I guess. It is on UOS Esports. Well, either way, jump over to UOM Esports for the Overwatch that's going on right now on the front page, or KOTN CSGO for CSGO. Funny enough, who would have thought? And let's figure out if we're allowed to do a 1v1 or not on the stream.
It's in the Twitch chat. We've got permission. Let's go.
We've got. Okay, all right then. Let's get it. Ultimate Bravery. Oh, can I put it up on stream?
Do it.
Is there an easy way to screen cap this?
I doubt it. I got 2 broken masteries, so I can't do that one.
No. Okay.
Okay. That just seems too easy, so come on. I'll give you a chance.
Well, no, I picked both of them on stream, man. What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have the stream open.
Well, it's about to be. Right. We're making the best of a bad situation. Here we go. Howling Abyss. We'll go until there's a reasonable, like, it doesn't have smite or teleport. That works, right? Wait, is this me or you? We didn't pick. We didn't pick. Okay, okay. Next one I roll will be you, yeah? Because we didn't pick.
Alright, do it.
That works.
I'll take your word for it. It's not showed up on my screen yet.
That
Okay,
works.
I can do that. Let me screenshot this.
Yep, got it.
Yep.
Alright, my turn.
I don't know, man. Support champs.
The Luden's Echo. Okay, alright. What?
Alright, I'm good.
Predator.
Predator again?
Cheap shot. Eyeball collection's gonna do nothing for Ingenious Hunter's gonna do nothing for me. Last Stand, Legend Bloodlines aren't gonna do anything for me. Lethal Tempos. what ability are you maxing?
Q.
Q. Okay. Oh, that's actually not bad for you. Create a
True.
custom.
Alright, let's go. This 1v1 replacement of the King of the North Finals brought to you by Twitch Prime.
Brought to you, of course, by Twitch Prime. What am I running?
I've closed my item build. Got them the wrong way around. So, Lethal Tempo.
Oh, this is terrible. I guess I don't need this or this open anymore.
Oh no.
Can you build any item or just the first one from the build? Just the first one, basically. Like, you can do as much of the boots as you want.
Morgan, you want to cast this?
Yeah, I want to cast this. Can you back out so I can cast it?
Alright, alright.
Oh yeah. See, I'm not gonna get to cast, so.
How can you do it without the XP imbalance?
Oh shoot! I'm not actually. Wait. Oh wait. I'll get Swifties to join. I'll just get him to sit on another team. Yo, we need you.
This is terrible, man.
We're doing a 1v1 between Rusty and Ollie. We need someone to balance our XP.
Oh, this is terrible, man.
Yes, boy.
Brilliant.
Just sit, spawn.
Okay, but I mean, you do need to invite me though.
Who are you? Oh, sorry, that awful name, Saga. I mean, really good name, Saga Cast.
Well, it looks like Morgan wants to 1v1 you.
Mate, I'll take you any day.
Get him out of here. Alright.
Let's go.
I can't. I'm gonna lose another 1v1, but this time it's gonna be to Lethal
listen.
Tempo Soraka.
Listen,
those
I've
at home,
I've got my sudden impact.
For those at home, Ollie is currently 0-2. in his record versus
It's the
Salford.
ultimate bravery, man. If it wasn't that, I'd be good.
Did you do Ultimate Bravery last time? The Scarlet
Yeah,
versus
every
Tarot?
time. Yeah.
Oh my god. Alrighty. Round 3. This one's because both of our teams got first rounded again.
Well, actually, Salford made it into second round in CS, but we played against Warwick Stretchy Boys, which is
Oh, yeah.
one of the best teams in the
Made it to the
country,
finals.
and yeah, they've just played really well.
You
They're a
have
great team.
Heal Ignite?
Yeah.
Scammed.
You're fully defensive, though. What? How am I meant to kill you? How am I meant to kill you with that?
He's gonna banana you to death.
Right, okay. So, it's Luden's Echo. None of those are good! Do I have any AP ratios? I don't have any AP ratios.
What can I even buy?
I guess I do this.
I guess I do this.
I guess this works. This counts. This is allowed. I'm W max. Oh god, this overlay doesn't work.
W is what you want to max on Urgot.
Let me,
Okay. Urgot. Where's this?
there we go. There we go. Honestly, my itemization isn't too bad. Wait, you got a tier? What's your first item?
Archangels.
Going for that mana regen. Seeing a fight. Urgot with the engage. Q lands E forwards and flips Soraka over. Soraka on very low health, but does land the Qs to get the healing back. So the trade pretty even, but Ollie Shouts will come out ahead, but not with that Q landing by buying Rune Gim, which is Saga. Ollie Shouts taking time.
Ollie Shouts actually has a good name on League of Legends.
Lands a Q, phenomenal. Never seen play like that before in my life by a player as skilled as Ollie Shouts. But Soraka will be throwing those bananas out. No AD bought, just mana, so clearing waves is going to be quite difficult, especially with the changes to Starfall. Misses that CS under tower.
Thing
With
is,
the
right,
CS
my attacks
ratios.
are so slow that even though I've got like amazing boots to deal with the dodging of the Q.
Oh man.
Ollie's actually getting a lot of health back here, Soraka going a bit aggressive, but with the low health. Urgot could turn it around pretty easily. Summoner spells. One summoner spell is down for buying Rune Skim. The
Wait, you burnt a
exhaust.
summoner? Cheers. I didn't know that.
Oh, I can't see if you've burnt any summoners because.
Oh, I've not, yeah. I'm Gucci.
Ooh, Q chunking out a bit of damage there. Can a minion will fall? This is the bronzest game of farming I've ever seen by two players in a 1v1. This was like watching like Dockers play. Shout out to Dockers.
Who? Never heard of him.
Dockers is my moderator who helps me out. She does a good job.
Can't recall on this, can I?
You hit 6. Oh my god.
Hit 6 so the heal is up, so Soraka could just farm to a victory, but we'll have a harder time farming than Urgot.
Come on! I have nothing but mana in my build. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but he can't all in. He
He's
can't
so
all in
spinny.
you. You can just silence him.
None of this, none of this.
Silence him. You're dead. You're actually dead. Oh no, you're not. Wish is popped. There's the silence finally coming out.
Yeah, dude, it has a 22 second cooldown. What do you mean? Okay. Give HP, please. Buying HP.
Predator. It's a big boy thing. Only big boys
Ollie
use it.
shouts 7 CS up at the moment
Oh
with
god,
a
I'm doing terrible.
with CS pulling into him. I'm getting the AFK warning. Brilliant.
Oh no, I stood still. God damn it.
But Runeskim is really putting the pressure onto Ollie.
So this mana I bought.
What?
The
What was
ki-
that
that,
king? What?
that,
What?
Questionable.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go, watch this. Ugh. CS acquired.
Oh, the E4's
Right,
W
that
is
was
popped,
just
so the
terrible.
silence is coming out to cancel it.
That was
Shield.
garbage. Holy crap.
Does take a lot of damage, yeah. That was garbage, I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
actually trash at this game. I don't play Urgot. I don't think I have any mastery on him, as far as I'm aware.
You just need, if you wait till your ult is up and then all in, you'll win the fight easy.
But will I? He's got
That's my
exhaust
tip.
barrier.
Yeah, but your ults are 25%, like 25% health at execute, so you only need to get her down to, you only need to deal 75% of her health damage.
Yeah, don't help
Yeah,
them
yeah.
out.
Give me tips. Give me tips.
Like it like
I need this.
in like a 1v1 lane, it's one of the highest like jumps in like power spikes of most like champions when they hit level 6, because it nerfs everyone's health by 25%. Pretty much, like any champion by 25%. Like that's how strong it is. But you still need to land it. Is a skill shot, and Ollie as a Yasuo Project Yasuo main.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going
Oh,
for me.
the pressure is popped.
Get him up.
Dice is thrown down, so he cannot eat. Qs are landing left, right, and center. There's the E. Ignite is blown as well. Ult is down. Just needs a bit more damage.
can't.
Barrier is popped
It's
to
not
deny
letting
the
me
ult.
do it.
What a play! He needs to land the Qs to get the damage down. Just misses because of the boots of swiftness, and now fight will reset once again.
This is actually so.
That barrier is so clutch. Like,
Do it
whoa.
again, Ollie. I dare you. Do it. Do it again.
Ah.
You really rolled garbage champions, buddy.
Buddy. Buddy gang. My buddy friend. Give me my heal packs, man. Come on.
I want to.
Just appear. Just. Oh, come on. I'm trash at this.
Silence thrown down
The lethal
by the
tempo.
Soraka. Lethal tempo Soraka.
Lethal tempo.
The lethal
Kicking
tempo,
it.
ladies and gentlemen.
It's doing work.
It's doing bits in that.
Just squeeze on over it real quick. Ouch.
W thrown down the artillery by Ollie Shouts to try and clear some of the wave. E as well thrown in for some reason.
I don't actually know what the E range is. I'm not
It's
gonna
actually
lie.
just going to be a CS win because we can't kill each other.
Use your passive. Please.
I bet Swifty is
Got him.
so
Got him.
happy that you dragged him into this.
W again thrown down to clear the wave. He does have the CS lead, 6 CS up. See if that increases underneath the tower. It
It's just
does.
gonna be a CS win. That's so boring.
I mean, let me kill you then.
No, you.
See, this is... I mean, if we have ignites, maybe.
All silence is thrown down. But
So-
nothing happens. Because Ollie is hiding on the tower.
I got lethal tempo for about a second there. It got me an extra minion.
Oh, pressure is blown. E misses though. W is popped. Ult does land. We'll see if the barrier's up. Heal is blown. The ult timer runs out, so it's no longer available. But Soraka's getting super low.
I lost
Oh my god!
I lost the fucking vision.
Oh
I'm so bad at this goddamn
Rusty,
game.
lucky son of a.
Get him, boys!
Oh, unbelievable
Let's
stuff.
go. Kill 03.
I'm actually trash. I'm so bad. I'm so
full
bad.
The full mana. Lethal tempo Soraka, boy.
Oh, that was a brilliant ending. What a great ending to the stream.
I'm so glad that would. No, fuck you! Ah! Okay.
I was never able to ult there.
Yeah.
Is it the first time playing Urgot? Absolutely yes. Oh my god. I was not walking in circles around you there. I really should have been.
I did Josh proud, I hope.
Yes, you did.
The support champion still 3-0 over Ollie in 1v1s. Okay, right. Well, now that's out of the way. Go on, get over to Overwatch streams or whatever, or Counter-Strike,
Yeah.
something else.
Go check
We're
it
done
out.
for League for the day. I think Ollie's done for pretty much the rest of his life. That'll be it.
No, you. Alright. We done so. We
I
up
can
in
go
this
to work.
sizzle.
I can go to work now.
Sponsors.
Enjoy it. Sponsors. Silver Twitch nil. Thank you.
Twitch Prime.
Congrats to the genitals on winning, by the way.
God damn it.
We've got best buttons and genitals.
Brilliant.
What name?
All right.
It's going to be a great tournament. You guys should buy the tickets, buy the t-shirts, the merchandise. It's good stuff.
I think it's one of the few times that you can, in public, scream genitals like really loudly and it be okay.
Yeah.
So that's worth coming along just for that.
Come say hi. Tell me how trash I am at 1v1s because I already know. And that will be us. Monster Cat time, ladies and gentlemen.